listen, just sage being sage in my
Not
ear.
stable at all.
Ow!
Dark.
That's all I can say.
Going back up.
Because
Numbers
Alex, I can understand.
increasing.
Okay, his voice, that part, I can
Stabilizing
just
again.
okay, that can handle that. It's just Sage is peaking. Yep. No, I'm gonna lower down my
Bit
headphones.
rate
Maybe that's
stable
more.
at
Lower that down. Sage is peak.
25. Died. It's dying. Oh.
I could just do that.
Oh
Yep.
boy.
Sage,
This is
eliminate
gonna be one of
me.
those
I'm gonna
days.
lower your volume all the way down to zero. Don't. Why are you 165%? Turn your ass down. There we go.
Alright. Commencing Twitch setup.
And then down a bit. There we go. We're good to go. Jumping dog.
Pulling
Yeah,
up
it's parkour for Sage.
Twitch. Editing. Screen.
Look.
Video producers. Alright. Stream manager.
Low gravity planets. Go figure.
Stream dipped a bit some time ago,
Low
but
gravity planet.
current handling stream is going well. Not too
Do you
bad.
not know how planets? Oh my god.
Stream bit rate does
Do you not
seem
know how
to
planets work?
occasionally drop from the 2000s to
Yeah, but
the
some planets have super
600s.
high gravity. There's some planets have super low gravity. Some planets.
Potentially will have a
You're wearing a 2-ton
consistent
suit and
drop
you're
rate
falling
like
slowly.
this. We'll have to look into it later. All right, Captain's Log has been completed.
You're on a super low gravity planet.
Albert. Albright.
Captain's log, very nice.
Albright.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
You're streaming?
Yes.
Fuck. I'll keep myself quiet.
All right. So let's see here. How is everyone doing?
Yeah, my roommate's streaming D&D.
I'm doing fine. I don't know what I'm doing.
Oh,
I don't
great.
know.
First.
I don't. Yeah. I don't know if I'm on the right pace of a project, and this is like, I got a good idea because I did this for something before.
You don't pick up. You won't really hear me. You'll pick up. You'll be hearing him when you
My blood runs cold with the fear of your torment, but other than that, I'm fine.
So you don't hear him.
What torment?
That's no big deal. That's no fine.
We don't want to mix our homebrew with our 5e bullshit.
Anyway, so last time I left you guys were still in the world tree, as per usual. But you guys managed to get away from the wannabe goddess princess without too much worry, except in the process, one of the two concepts you met last time or encountered last time tried to fight her. That didn't go well. His quote unquote sister tried to help, while you guys just watch as they both got taken out as nothing but sparks. It was not until both of them became sparks that you snapped out of it and realized, oh shit, we probably need those. Chaos magic happened. Nothing bad happened afterwards, except for the fact that she started chasing you throughout the lands. In a desperate attempt, you fused with Anon fused himself with one of the sparks in order to save yourselves, though that seemed to not help a whole lot against the goddess. And both Anon and Agaron were taken out pretty quickly. However, something prompted her to leave without taking the spark that was left, and you guys continue your journey, riding the waterfalls up the on a ship with one of the Lord of the World concepts, making sure that you guys got away safely. You guys get to the River of the Nyx, the next layer of the trials, where you would have to drink from the waters beneath you to figure out what kind of domains you will partake in. You all went on your own separate journeys. Everyone had some traumatic events. Some did worse things than I expected, but nothing that necessarily failed their test. Now it's just a matter of you waking up and continuing your journey past the point of seemingly no return. Oh yeah, Baldur's Effect.
I murdered children.
I murdered children. Yeah, that happened. That happened. Okay, so so I want to do it like this then. You guys wake up. Um, it's Anon and Remilius who wakes up. Um, and both of you feel cold. Um, Remilius, this is a familiar kind of cold you felt before. And as your eyes adjust, you slowly realize where you were. The tree roots growing from the sky, the mountain that seems like an endless distance away, and the frost and snow scattered across the ground. You don't know where
And
you are exactly, but you don't know where you are exactly, but you know the general biome that you're in.
then I think we are in Helheim right now. Is the rest of the group with them or just from Liz and Anon?
Uh, right now it's just you two.
All right. I
How high?
I yeah.
But no, this is the first
Don't
time
see
you've
any
been.
giant murderous owls, do you?
Say that. Yeah, what you do see is this cold wasteland all expanding around you. But you're at a vantage point where you can see the frozen plains that stretch on for miles, a river that seems to still flow even in this cold landscape. Tree roots that touch the bottom of the surface, um, and just varying creatures of demonic origins running around here.
So we're released to do first. He's released to try to summon the wisp.
All right. Uh, she she appears to you in her glowing state.
Hello again.
No.
Uh,
This is who?
This is the wisp. She helped me out when I was in Helheim.
okay, there we go. So, yeah,
No. What do we farm?
what are you? Is there anything you guys want to do specifically?
Get late.
Uh, so Reminis will look to the
Why not?
west and ask
Farming.
ask.
Just fuck that.
Do you know the way to get out of
Uh,
here this time?
you can have all that.
Here,
No.
memories, existence, your breath, puzzling. You're the only person who hears her voice in your head.
Huh. Okay, Reminis does not know that Anon cannot hear then. Huh. What's that mean?
This enemy.
Lost,
So
confused.
you guess you're lost as well. Uh, Reminis looks around. to see if there's anything he recognizes from last time. I don't think there is, but Romulus will check anyway.
No, there's no physical features that you recognize, just the person.
All right. So Anan, just
No, I
your
didn't. I
experience
wasn't talking
wise,
about a non.
just the wisp, right?
No,
Just a person to recognize.
there is someone you recognize. You've seen before.
R-
In,
Wait, can I roll perception to see if I can spot them better then?
oh, they're pretty close to you, like within walking distance, wearing a white veil.
Romulus will go over there for a closer look then
You want
to see
you
who this
wanna
is.
you wanna walk up to the white veiled woman?
Oh, 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 this white goat woman. Oh no,
I knew
Romulus
it
will not
was
walk.
gonna be freaking her. I freaking knew it.
Romulus instantly is on edge.
Do I see her as well?
Yeah, she's not trying to hide. She's just standing there.
Yeah, so cautious approach.
She tilts her
Oh,
head to the side. I didn't
Anan
think
goes up,
you'd.
then Romulus would as well.
I didn't think you'd come to me. I was hesitant to come up to you at all.
Um, I'm not exactly sure how we ended up here, but I mean, you have nothing to fear from me.
Mm, that's true. You won't hurt me. You have no reason to.
To be honest, I don't think I could if I tried. But no, I have no desire to.
Oh, Anon, look at you. How fast you've grown in such a short time.
I don't know if I'd call it short, but I guess I take your meaning.
I don't know what else. I don't know how else to pronounce it. Before I met you, I'm sure you've done many great things. But not only have you, in a mere month, from what I understand, well, let's go over the accomplishments, shouldn't we? You were born a sorcerer, something I didn't even think would come to pass. I thought you would be born a synthesizer, and yet you had the you somehow were able to gain in a sorcerer's origin. You lived with that however you saw it. But then as soon as you met your friends, you went on an adventure that would eventually allow you to stand against a god, which in turn gave you a dragon mark. That alone gave you such social status in this world, the likes of which no mere mortal could accomplish, other than pure luck. Then things just keep getting better, don't they? Your dragon mark, one given to you by a dragon unlike anyone who has gained a dragon mark since the first time, allowed you to connect yourself to the realm of the dead. The the one piece that would allow me to not only find you but contact you in a way that I don't think I would have ever been able to do if I didn't think of it myself. And then, in your similar journeys, you gained the spark of a god, which already gave you a bypass to the trials of becoming one. The first step of many. And what's more, you already had a desire to climb the world tree anyway, to become a god. And after you've taken your first steps, not only did you continue to pass each trial with your friends, but you gained another spark. One that has connections to one of the strongest creatures known to this world. one that who by their very birthright can challenge even the gods if they so chose.
Is that so?
And what's more, you have become you have taken on a persona that, well, to be perfectly honest, is a ruthless avenger who would go against anyone who would dare threaten those you love. This statement kind of bothers you a bit, as this is as that part, the whole uh trial you had.
Yep.
Yeah, there was only one other person who saw that, and based on your personal understanding of things, no one else should have. You're muted. I hope you're not saying something elaborate.
I lost
Oh,
that.
probably. It's probably gone. Ah, I heard a door knocking. Probably getting pizza. Stream keeps dipping a bit, but things seem to be fine all the same. How you doing, Chris?
I'm doing good. Just trying to figure out this. I'm listening and I'm listening though. Just that luckily this is more so Nick's. Luckily this is more so Nick's part. Reminisce will stay silent anyway.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Unless she says something to him.
Yep.
I'm back. I'm sorry. What's happening?
What was the last thing you heard?
She called me a ruthless avenger who will punish anyone who comes against my friends, and I took issue with that.
Mostly because that whole event was only seen by one other person, and it was not her.
Right. So how did she? I'm gonna straight up ask her. I'm gonna just be like, just meekly, you know about that?
You sound so disappointed in yourself. I wouldn't and put it. I wouldn't look so defeated by that. You did what you thought was right. If you thought it was wrong, then you would have chosen a different path, would you not?
Oh, I missed
In that moment,
that.
that decision I made wasn't based on what I thought was right. I considered what I thought was right for a moment.
And then your true self came out.
Oh, didn't see it there. I'm a beggar.
And that true self is what I've been fighting against
Yeah.
all this time.
Hmm. I see. I think I kind of understand that. I don't mean to make you feel bad. Just know that that whole test is just to figure out what you would do when push comes to shove. When you choose a domain and it pushes you to what can only be considered your absolute limits within the domain itself and what it asks of you.
I can't positively say that I wouldn't kill for these ones here. So maybe that is who I am. But
No. Damn it.
the entire reason I'm going up this tree, the reason I'm becoming a god, is to confront the gods about their about everything.
Why?
Their lack of presence down with the rest of us. The hierarchical society they've allowed to take root. I don't agree with the institutions in place. I don't agree that one can be born above another. I believe those with power should do more to help those without.
You said you wanted to talk to the gods, right?
Indeed.
But what if I told you you're going after the wrong ones?
Sorry?
I can't believe how much you and I have in common. All this time I was afraid that you and I would be just so different. Or, at the very least, you would reject everything that I was. And yet, at every turn, you surprise me of how much you remind me of myself. Not in an arrogant way. I don't want you to think I'm anything like that. Simply that you really are my son, and I couldn't be happier. But to answer your question, well,
Okay.
it's all part of the plan. The gods you speak of, the gods that you probably know the best, they've actually been doing a pretty good job at being gods. They made a decree to themselves that they would do more than just sit on their thrones on high in heaven or below in hell. Now, they made a decree that in order to both keep up their divine nature and so that no one truly forgets who they are, that they would make consistent trips down the world tree or up it, however way they put it, and be a lot more present and active. Not like the old gods, which did the complete opposite of
I've
that.
definitely seen the good that some of them have tried to do. Kiri, Monkey, but I've seen the rot as well. I guess I don't know what to expect anymore.
You are on the right track. You just forget that there are still some old gods that exist in this world. 4, maybe more. But there are 2, and a couple, that still exist on Zophar. That still are a lot stronger than the gods that we have now. That have the old way of doing things.
Thor lives.
4,
Oh,
and his kin, some of the dragon gods, at least 2 of them, they still live. They stood the test of time. They survived the onslaught of the first Ragnarok. Or the incomplete version of it, anyway. They still live. And many of them still rule over the world, keeping to their old ways.
I never thought that Fenrir would allow that.
Oh, trust me, Fenrir would have slaughtered every last one of them. But at some point, he got caught along with his siblings as well. But they were too strong to be killed. They had to be sealed up. Lolf sealed away Fenrir, and with him being the driving force to the whole slaughter, it took the steam out of the other 2, making them much easier to seal away as well.
Maybe I should reevaluate my feelings towards him as well.
Maybe. Maybe not. Uh, but if you do, that makes this next part so much easier. You won't have any reservations for when Ragnarok actually does take up again.
What do you mean?
Ragnarok is coming, just like it always has. Every world, every timeline. Ragnarok happens at the same point every time. I don't know how, I can't explain why it happens like this, as everything else seems to be just a tad bit different. Some things in the past do happen the same, but certain events just aren't. All of it bleeds back into Ragnarok. Fenrir's tragedy, his eventual sealment, and then many years later, he breaks free, and Ragnarok begins anew. Only this time, one way or the other,
I
it will
got
finish.
my ass kicked just now in a game.
I need
Yep.
Ragnarok to
It's a game
finish.
called.
The old gods
Hold on,
need to die. And
It's
then
a game called.
the new gods can go about doing what they've been
Let's
doing. Maybe
Build
this time with a bit more
Ships,
freedom. With the
Planes,
world in their
Aircraft,
hands.
stuff, and I had an enemy ships. I had
Then
enemy ships coming in, and my
I can do the same.
battleship would take them out easily. But it only had
Start
one
anew.
gun.
Wipe the world clean.
Repair for some reason. I don't know
And
why that
then
wasn't working, but you're supposed to be able to repair guns
you might
at like
that world you
low
envisioned,
stations and stuff.
the world that you wanted to be better,
It wasn't getting repaired for whatever
can
reason.
finally become a reality.
So my boat is slowly but
I have an
surely
issue with
a
this.
small little
Rumor
tiny
is
boat
pipes up. I have an
rolling in
issue with
with small
this.
cannons. All of a sudden,
Speak your
Every
mind.
everything
shit pissed off.
everything you
Giant
say is
something drops bombs all over the
as if
deck of
everything's
my
falling into a sort of
boat, and
clockwork.
it slowly sinks.
It,
Yeah, I'll be right back.
it's 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 eerie in a way. How much control you feel you have over every single thing that happens.
Can you say that
What did you
again?
say?
Oh, I said it's eerie in a way how you feel you have control over every single little event that happens.
But that's the thing, my mousy friend. I have very little control of what happens. Ragnarok? I have absolutely no control over any of what's happening with that. As a matter of fact, my plan revolves around the fact that I have no control over Ragnarok. It's when it happens and what I do when it does. That's where I have the most control over everything. Ragnarok, I have. It's completely out of my hands. One way or the other, it will happen. I've yet to find a timeline where it hasn't.
And and if we defy all odds to stop it,
You want to stop it. See, that's the interesting thing
ma-
about your whole
maybe
friends.
because uh, there are worlds where we have lost everything due to Ragnarok. I don't want other people to die.
Hmm.
You said that once before about the world being wiped clean. I hope you only mean clean of these old gods you've been speaking of.
Yeah, it'd be weird if there was a whole world completely void of intelligence life. Nothing for the gods to look down upon and rule over, I guess. Or something along that term. No, it's the old gods that are going to be wiped out
But
for
I
the
just
most part.
unlocked.
That's not to say people won't die. That just
I
tends
just
to happen
unlocked
regardless.
patch.
Besides,
That's just the price of war.
it is the price of war. People die. Anyway, um, huh. But yeah. Oh, right. I almost lost my train of thought. You mentioned that you wanted to defy the odds of Ragnarok. Well, good luck with that. But the problem with your plan of stopping it, I imagine, anyway, is that your whole friend group here has an odd disposition and connection with Ragnarok. With Agaron having a pact with Fenrir, he is bound by an oath to free Fenrir. Now, I don't know about you, but that wolf has a long history of rage and revenge that he needs to finish up on.
You cut out again.
Mother of God.
Yeah, but I think I've got what you were gonna say.
Has a
He
long
just kind
what?
of loud as I muted.
All right.
So I'm trying to
Basically, she's saying that Fenrir is an old man with rage built up. Even if you manage to free, can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay.
Good.
Yep.
Okay, cool. Even if you manage to free him and free him of his wrath, that's not to say that Ragnarok still won't happen. He may not lead the charge, but there will still be old gods who will fear for his return, one way or the other. Lolf will be the first one to stand against him, and then the rest will only either wait for the inevitable or try to stand against him all the same.
he has his bandits, his neighbors, so to speak.
Not only that, Fenrir will want to free his siblings as well. And I guarantee you, those will cause world shattering events, the likes of which would truly end the world for some people, anyway. You're not just dealing with the wrath of Fenrir. You're dealing with the you're dealing with the slothness of Hela and the hunger of Jormungandr.
Where?
So
Where
what
are
are
they
you saying?
though? Where the fuck? Oh my god, no information needed. Oh my. Sure, thank you, Alucard. You fucking.
Hella and your
Thank you for
Miranda.
no information on where they are. Thank you for no information on what they could be are. What?
Well,
Send neighbors.
makes things a bit more difficult.
Yeah.
Still,
This many new.
I've made my position clear on this, and I'll do it
Wait,
again.
this is in Russia, correct?
I have made no pact with Fenrir. Agaron may have promised our help, but I speak for myself. I don't imagine he would break his oath should he be faced with that decision. But
I.
if and
You.
when that time comes, my decision will be my own.
Wait.
So you either choose to stand with or against your friends, depending on how it all comes together. Or at the very least, against Fenrir. Hmm. Well, that's going to be very interesting. But the fact will still remain. Everything's still falling into place as it should.
Okay.
I. The old gods were powerful people,
I got
and
Father
though
Anderson in my bed. Does that count?
I can't say that I agree with the lifestyle they led by and large,
I see they have the Bible on
I
me.
can't imagine that all of them were as self absorbed as the ones involved in the whatever happened with Fenrir.
What did you say?
The longer the
What was
game
that last part?
runs, the bigger their
I
ship
said it.
and
What did I say? Basically, he said
you can't
he knows that the old
build a
gods
ship that's
are
infinitely
powerful and
right?
care
And
about
at a certain
themselves
point,
more
you
than
run out of
anything
building resources. You have to
historically,
back up again before
but
you can start adding more
he
stuff.
can't believe that all of
So
them
like
were
with one
that
of my ships, I
self-absorbed
wasn't able to add AI
that
until I
maybe
was happy with
some
my
of them
destiny.
still
It's like, oh, hey, look, I have enough resources. I'm gonna build some AI
can
ships.
be rehabilitated.
Now I don't know where to find the thing that
The
tells
ones
me
that still
how much
remain are few and far
resources you
between.
have available to build. Because the materials on your ship,
I can't.
the
Though
materials
there may
on
be
your
one
ship,
specific
are not the
that
same
might
as
still
the
be
materials
worth
used to build that ship.
keeping
The
around.
materials on your ship are a
But that's
combination
not
of
really the point in the
radioactive
end, is it?
commodities, ammo, and fuel.
Actually, 100 people with this whole thing.
Certain,
So, you know how you guys
certain
told
launchers
me,
Baldor
you know how
said
instead
that
of,
Fraga
grease on your bikes a bit,
is
and they have what
in
grease in them?
some sort of trouble. Do you know anything about that?
Hmm. I've never been up the World Tree
I haven't got
before,
schematics.
so I can't say
schematics
what's
for
going
bikes.
on with his mother.
200,000 plus
As
materials.
in, you can make it as it was.
Hmm,
To a
it
T.
happened again.
I've never met his mother before. Never been up the World Tree, so I can't say what's going on in that regard.
Bikes, I think you don't remember the shit of your bike. I have it here. Then BD. Why am I doing the fucking finger point? You fucking touch my fucking finger. It's like, not that fucking not what the fuck am I doing? The fuck did I do that for? Like, what the fuck? I just did that. Fuck off.
That was a good thing to get off my chest. I've been
What's that?
I've been wanting to talk to you about all this for a long time. But you've never come to me, and I've never had a chance to actually go to you. So I've had to let all this brew in my mind as I waited.
Yeah, so that's a 2. So Reaper ain't going.
But here we are.
I'm sorry to have caused you stress.
Stress?
I,
No. It wasn't stress. It was just the excitement of letting you know. To see what you would say. How would you react to it all? To my surprise, you weren't in the great revolt of denying me. I cannot explain to you how happy that makes me. Knowing that my son hasn't rejected me.
oh, for one thing, I spent my entire life thinking you were a gene, so.
Well, to be fair, that's still partly true. Just not on my side. My story. Yeah. My story is a bit.
It's in the ship. Yeah, it's in the
Well,
ship.
let's just say it's. Let's say that you had a happier one than me. From what I can tell.
Well, alright
Oh,
then.
I'm getting 2.5.
But either way, I'm not in the business of judging people for what type of person they are.
Hmm.
Though I
Nice.
do say I did have my reservations about you after the first time we spoke.
And what about now? Now that you know most of my plan up to this point.
I still have my qualms, you know, but I'm more at ease than before. I'm more trusting of you, even if I don't necessarily agree with I don't know what to think of the old gods. I don't know enough about them. I need more information, you know?
So you want to see them for yourself, to know more about them.
Um, if I'm going to go to war with someone, I need to know that they're actually an enemy.
It's an incredibly deadly airship.
Hmm, I get it. Well, you might you might run into the wrong ones at first in terms of deciding whether or not you should go to war with them. But I promise you, there is just as many of those that you will deem as good as they are bad. I've met one.
Have you?
Yeah, it was an interesting and near humbling experience. Boy,
Oh, Mom, you didn't.
didn't what?
Humbling experience. What did you do? You know what? I'm gonna leave that a mystery. I'm afraid of the question I'm going to ask. I'm going to let it lie.
Ah, yes. It's always good to have something pushing you forward aside from goals and the willingness to live. Now, now that we've had our talk, and that excitement has more or less faded at this point, I think it's time I get to the next part of why I brought you here specifically.
All right.
Anon, you have a unique set of powers that seem to, how do I say, complement each other. Well, actually, not like Aggro, whose choice in domains and sparks that they gained don't really flow together too innately. Not that that's bad or anything. It's just that you are in a specific position where you have a near perfect combination of powers, and they have yet to flow together perfectly. I need that fixed.
All right. What did you have in mind?
Hmm. I'm going to unlock your abilities while we're here. Just enough to define what you're going to become. Oh, I can't wait to see it all come together.
Ah, Mom, you gotta understand. You every time you laugh, it's just chills up the spine.
Oh, good. I do enjoy that aspect that I've gained.
So,
It gives me the motif that I've always wanted to hold on to.
get some
And what's that?
to the steam workshop.
The White Bone Demon. That was the name that Zapar gave me,
Small little boats with tiny guns.
along with
Right.
So I can have a whole swarm of those.
along with another
and just
one,
have
but
this
that's the one I go
massive
by the most.
destroyer loaded up with missiles, cannons, torpedoes.
So, anyway,
I would prefer that.
I would like to begin, if you're okay with that.
Um, give me just a moment. Romelius,
Yes.
you want to step aside with me for a moment?
Very well. So Reminis will scurry over with Anon.
Alright.
Yeah. So Nun just gets down low and just kind of or tries to get as level with him as possible, considering, and just asks him, what are your thoughts on everything so far?
Well, Reminis has much to think. Well, I don't trust her. I can't trust. I can't. I can't. She gives me a feeling. I can't explain it. However, outright denying her without giving her a chance would without giving her a chance at this moment would probably not be in our best interest. However, it's hard to describe when everything that she says is turning out to be correct.
God knows how long she's been planning all this.
Yes. Oh, even then, it's I think it's less planning and more planning around this. And
Yeah,
I'm afraid no matter what we do, we fall into her plan.
she certainly cast a wide net.
Yes. So I we guess the only thing that we can do is continue with our plans until we have it in our power to change anything.
If we do that, we'll be walking right up to Ragnarok.
I wish I could speak to uh Romeus, but actually can't talk to him right now. I hear all the voices of my past lives if I even try.
Wait,
Uh,
Romeus hasn't been available to you?
not in this world. I can summon a past version of him, but I can't summon him.
I see.
It's Romeus. Okay, just to test it out, in case anything has changed, Romeus will try to speak to his past lives. Is it that thing where you can hear all the lives again?
Kind of. You can still make a history check to see if you can focus on one.
All right, history check it is a 10.
Yeah, no, it's loud in there.
Remus holds his head and shakes. He holds and shakes his head. Yeah, no, there's no need to even try. Imagine infinite amount of voices in your head. Remus gives a little chuckle. It gets a bit tough to know which one is mine. Uh, so yeah, uh, the the only issue I have with this is is exactly what you said. We following right into our plan. But what was that? What you said about going your own path? That worries me a bit. Well, not worry about what you would do. Not worry about what you would do. I trust you completely. However, it's the issue of what did you mean by that?
Nick,
Proceeds to butcher Russian.
Nick.
I gotta learn the basics of Korean and
All right,
Hope you
Chris.
Cantonese.
get down this.
No,
uh,
this wasn't how it was supposed to be. Nick, come back to us. Let's see if I can contact them like this.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about. I understand,
Well, better keep rhythm running.
So you want me to keep rhythm running, or you to keep rhythm running?
No, I'm keeping rhythm running.
All right.
What happened? I wonder.
Uh,
Well, things are definitely spicing up they are.
yeah. You could say that.
How are you feeling, Chris?
I'm feeling pretty good. I also pretty. I don't like her.
At least one of you.
All right, I'm back. Sorry.
Welcome
What
back.
happened to you?
I keep my dad keeps calling me away.
Tell them no. Just okay. Just answer the question every time. I am winning, Dad.
Yeah,
I am
are you?
winning.
Mm-mm.
Oh
All right.
crap.
So do you remember the last thing that Aurelius said?
He said he didn't trust her, but it seemed like she was right about everything, and the best course of action would be to just continue on with our current plans. And I mentioned something about Ragnarok, and he said he wished he could talk to Remeus. And I was like, "What's up with that?" And he said he could only talk to the past version, and that's when I did.
Okay, so I'll go back to that, and then I'll wing it from there. Ramirez tried to speak to him, and he couldn't. He failed at it, and Ramirez said, I can hear. I can it's no use. I can hear infinite amount of voices in my head at once. It gets kind of hard to know which one is mine. Ramirez gets a little laugh at that. Um,
I think I'm just gonna like watch a bunch
and
I
of
wonder what.
tutorial videos for
oh, go ahead.
from the
I just said I wonder what it is about this
before I
place that makes that happen.
Well, well, we are all connected. Well, we're all connected through time since technically we have all died. So I guess we're
yes,
all
and it's
connected
no
here.
better than recruit. Just the Gonzalo.
Fair enough.
It's it's strange thing to describe. Forgive me for not being able to find the words here.
No, I mean that sort of phenomenon.
Let's
I
swap
imagine it
out
would
this
be
Ash.
hard to describe to anyone who doesn't directly experience it.
Yeah, reminisce
I can
strict said, but
imagine the
back to the actual
first
topic.
insertion
Um,
into the building would just be drill
while
explosives.
I don't
Just
trust, while I don't, again, don't trust her. However, it'll be unwise to go off of our path. I don't see any other course of action we could take. What did you mean by? What did you mean by? What do you mean by Agron's pack is not your own?
The way I see it, Aglaron made a decision in a moment of duress, and I commend him for that decision. But I refuse to be bound to anyone's word other than my own. I am my own being. Had I been the one put in that position, separated from everyone and desperate for a way to save us all, I likely would have made that same decision. But my bound to Fenrir would have been just that, mine. I wouldn't have included any of you in the rest of it.
I just really hope that does not put us at odds with Aglaran, but I doubt it will. I hope it will not.
As do I. I love the man, but when it comes to Ragnarok, we'll have to do what's right, even if he's on the side of wrong.
That I don't like the wording. I guess we have to. Guess we should talk to Aglaran about it whenever we get out of this place.
Yes, I suppose we should.
But the only issue with that is, guess Reminisce lets out a frustrated sigh. This is really tough. It's how do we deal with somebody who can foresee our every, or not even foresee our every move, just that every move that we make is what they want.
I wouldn't necessarily say that everything we do is what she wants, but I believe that she has left room for different possibilities that all come to the same head point.
Yes,
Um,
and it's the fact that infinitely times Ragnarok has happened. Infinitely times. How do we stop something that has happened infinitely? Like, it's
every story has critical points. When we reach those critical points, we will have to do what we always do, what we think is best, whether they fall in line with her plans or not.
yes, I
If
do agree with that.
if it turns out that we make a wrong choice or make the best choice, but it still leads to a conclusion we're not settled with, then we do it again. If we have to go against her or whatever the case is, at the end of the day, we trust ourselves, we trust each other, and we do what we think is best.
Just talking to myself out loud, but I always wondered why Ragnarok was always a constant fix in the world. I mean, sure, the past happens every time. That's happened the same time every time. But Ragnarok is a weird one because at that point, most things just happen at random. No constants, no common denominators. Some things remain the same at a certain point, but Ragnarok always happens at the exact same time. Even though the seals on Fenrir never seem to deteriorate, even though his followers, as competent as they may be, don't always find the sword, and you can't expect Fenrir to always make a pact with someone who is just as competent or as determined to free him. So you have to wonder, how is it that something that relies on so many variables and so many things that just wouldn't work unless you had someone really powerful on your side always managed to happen at the exact same time?
Has to be something outside of. So has to be something outside causing this. Then it can be anything bound by its own perspective world. It has to be something outside, like recurts.
Something really powerful would have to be on his side in order for it to happen at the exact same moment every time.
So we are dealing with
So
something.
far, there are only two people we've met who have seen these multiple realities, both with the same report.
Did you do that?
Rickert
Nothing.
and you.
Sen så kommer jag tillbaka och
So, Mum, is it you?
No, no, I'm not that strong. I'm close, but the way these things turn out have nothing to do with what I can. Besides, I wouldn't want to start Ragnarok like that, especially considering that Fenrir is such an outlier in terms of power. He kills pantheons. Have you heard about that? There's no way I could
Yeah,
control.
that's the only thing I heard about him.
No,
Damn.
I can't do that.
Haven't
Besides,
second.
even if I did manage to put it all together and plan it every time, I spend most of my time looking for you. Maybe there's a timeline where I stop looking and just went about my plans, but even then, I would have no intentions of stopping Fenrir because I know that Fenrir is going to be released at this point at the end. There's nothing I need to do.
So there's some wall at every single point, and that is Fenrir. Who's building that wall?
Wow.
Who would want Ragnarok?
Hmm. Who would want Ragnarok? Or here's a question that's crossed my mind once or twice while just slinking through the void. Not just who would want Ragnarok, because really, who wants Ragnarok? No, it has to be something else. Something else that's a common denominator in all this. Something that someone else wants that isn't just Ragnarok.
In that case, is it who want to kill the gods or who wants a new world,
Maybe.
or something
What?
that we do not know yet?
There might be something
There's
you don't
much
know
we
yet.
don't know.
It's more. There is one aspect to all this. One thing that is still a mystery, even to someone like me who has seen many timelines, has read many histories. One thing about Fenrir and his group that not many people know about.
And what's that?
uh, I would tell you, but I don't know if you. I don't know if I would. I don't know if I want to. It's not that I don't want. It's not that I don't want to help you or anything. It's just, well, if I told you, then you would piece it all together in this very instant, and then you'll be one step closer to stopping Ragnarok, which is something I don't necessarily want. Well, why did I give you that hint at all? Well,
Are we going to play game?
it's something that I've also, let's just say it's something else I've also been curious about. After all, even even the gods, even Zapar still thinks it's weird how it all ends in Ragnarok at this point at this time. So it's not just you who's questioning this. It's not just you who's trying to figure out how it all comes together in this way. I've just chosen to allow it to happen since it's always going to happen.
Have you ever tried to stop it?
Have I tried to stop it?
Yes, have you specifically tried to stop it?
There was a point in time where I ran out of time.
What?
There was a specific point where I ran out of time. So my next run, if you will, led me to come up with an idea to try and prolong Ragnarok, stop it from happening. At that point, I knew that part of what caused Ragnarok to be so devastating was Fenrir's sword. So I figured that if I could take his sword, if I could just keep it away from him for as long as the next year was to come, then all would be well, right? I found his sword after a couple of times going through it all. The sword has always been in a different place, so it was never one. It was never one. There was never one run I had to go through, but during one, I did manage to find it. I did manage
Done.
to put it away somewhere safe. left it there, and continued my journey. And to my very surprise, Ragnarok happened again. I went back to check on the sword's location, and it was not there. Go figure. Now I know Fenrir has a bond with the sword, one that allows him to call it to him whenever he's ready, but that's only after he is freed. He cannot use it while bounded. So someone had to give it to him.
And probably as a recruit.
Or either somebody freed him. So but you think that somebody gave him the sword rather than freed him?
Well, gave it, freed him directly. Doesn't really matter which order it went in. He was freed by someone taking the sword and bringing it to him. And yet, after all that, it still happened on the same time, the exact same year, every single time. Right on time. I made sure to hide that sword in a place that no one would find it. No one outside of a god, but even then, it would take time to look and search. And I know that the gods of Helheim would not want to try and stop Ragnarok, so it made me wonder if it was some other god. But if it was another god, then they would be entering that domain. And they would be just like any mortal trying to find any sword in the whole plane of Midgard.
It has to be it has to be something above a god. That's what I'm thinking.
Alright, let's do it.
It has to be something even greater, because it can't be anything. It can't be anything that is affected by the multiple timelines. It has to be something even greater than that.
No,
True,
let's go.
but I still think it has to be a god or someone who lives on Zofa. If you're speaking of primordials, I know for darn sure they're not going to care about
Look it up
anything that
again.
happens here. Hold on. Okay, making sure the stream does that. Okay, so basically she's saying it couldn't be a primordial. It would still have to be a god, in my opinion, because primordials wouldn't care about all this world and how it all falls apart, if at all.
So it still has to be a god.
I would think
What
so.
god? What do you know any god that's a constant in every
You
single
said listen to
reality?
your girlfriend? Wait, what?
All the gods that you have encountered and some that you have yet to are all constants. There are some that are.
I heard it wrong. I heard it wrong.
There are some
I
that
heard it
are
wrong.
different every time. Some that are found or brought back, but the constants are always constant. And I can't think of anyone off the top of my head that would want them to return for Ragnarok to begin. But it would have to still be a god.
You have somebody named Fenrir.
Well,
He's part of Ragnarok. The river is awake means Ragnarok is coming.
this is the first time you found me, yes?
This is.
Hmm. Well, if that's the case, I can't imagine in any other universe that I would have gone for the tree. I imagine no matter what universe I was in, no matter reality, going for the tree would have made my presence a bit louder for you.
An ironic tragedy, though. By that point, you would have been completely out of my reach. And I don't think it would be as easy to confront you if you were of a divine source. We would be far too different at that point. And even if I could convince you of the truth of the matter, I can't say I would have the confidence to stand my ground if you were to deny me. I hope you understand that.
I can imagine why.
Wait a second.
But Mom, if this doesn't work, if we fail this time, if we die, for things can proceed beyond the divine. I want you to remember that. There's no point in trying to find me if you're not going to confront me in the end.
That's what this timeline was for, wasn't it?
Might as well.
Is this the last time, though? That's the question.
I hope so. I do hope this is the last time. And if it's not, well, at least I know how to look for you next time. Because if this truly is the last time, then that means I don't have to search for you anymore. That maybe I can actually embrace you, finally. After all these years searching. And if I die, well, I can die. Or nothing more.
I hate hearing you talk like that.
Hmm.
But I think we have other things to be getting on with, don't you?
Oh, look at you. Looking out for your mother to raise her spirits. Yes, there's still a couple of things we need to do. One thing in particular, and that's getting your powers in order. So I ask again, do you trust me?
I'll trust you with this.
Let's see.
We'll see what happens after.
When you're up in all you need now
Good.
is the
Oh, Tessa, you managed to get to this point as well.
ears.
What? What?
God.
Hey, Tessa, can you hear me?
Hermes exists? What? I thought it was just mythology.
If you are muted in case you don't realize. All right. Well, Tessa's busy, so
Rip.
rip.
Tessa is
Probably spending time.
currently in a spectral form. She stands there watching as this happens and excuse me, watches as it unfolds. Well, we'll get to her next. She begins to like walk over to you and on. Now, where should we begin? She takes her finger in a sort of lazy pointing. Let's start with you being a sorcerer.
You do all that.
Chaos magic. Not bad. Sorcerer, still a sorcerer. But one I would say he is still of lower rank than I would have preferred it. But I'm not here to complain or judge. How has that been for you so far?
It's been fucking horrendous. But go on.
I told Tessa this. I pray she's already given you the information I told her. Where I could switch that up, make you a synthesizer rather than that of a chaos sorcerer.
Um. Yeah. She let me know that you granted her those abilities, and we have another individual with us who also is a synthesizer.
Ah, yes, Shava. Nice one. But what say you?
So I imagine becoming a synthesizer, and I'll be drawing my power from here then.
Most likely.
Hmm. It'll grant me more control, but less power.
Not quite. It's just that you won't be, your spell casting will be severely weakened. But it comes at its own benefits. You will be, how should I say, at an advantage in certain cases. You'll be able to nullify magic around you. You'll have this pressure to you against magic users. You will be able to call upon the powers of this realm like the likes of which cannot be replicated by most others. So the trade-off comes with its benefits.
All right then.
What if sharks were landing on water?
Is that a
Okay,
yes?
why not?
Really?
Yeah, go for it.
uh,
Are you sure, brother?
she
Are you
like
sure you want to
grabs,
do so?
she like hugs you. It's like, oh, I'm so happy you're accepting this.
I did.
Oh, I could almost cry. Uh, but before we do that, I have to check everything else. Make sure we're all in a line, and I'm not I'm not just making you do something just because you trust me. Hmm. Ah, that sounds so good to say. The next part of your
Mm,
powers. The next part of your powers come from your unique dragon marks. Tell me, how much do you understand the dragon marks that are of today's society?
not at all.
None at all. Hmm. Well, you have to understand that every race has their own disposition to a different kind of dragon mark, giving them a specific ability, giving them access to spells, and a couple of other unique traits that make them different
Yes.
from the normal of their kin. However, unlike sorcery, the
Okay.
bloodlines that go down with them are very rare to stumble across. Where sorcerers are every one generation across, dragon marks are every five. And
That's
for
so.
it's very rare to find someone with a dragon mark. Even rarer to find one with a dragon mark and be a sorcerer at the same time. Nobles do their darndest to get the right combination of all the right sorcery and dragon mark parts.
Fantastic.
Hmm. Tessa. Oh, Tessa is the pinnacle of all that. What most oh, eh, she's gone. Anyway, Tessa is the pinnacle of it all. A dragon sorcerer, first of the hierarchy, and has a dragon mark. Many nobles would drool at the concept and would tear their hearts out of rage and envy. The thing that someone like her would stumble upon such a unique and powerful combination. Between the two of you, she would be of higher rank, the highest rank out of all of them, even above the children of the gods themselves, Asimovs. Of course, that's a different topic altogether. But the thing about your dragon marks that makes it even more intriguing is that you got your dragon marks directly from a dragon. And what's more, this was given to you by young, inexperienced dragons, ones that just spew their powers onto you so that you could, in some way, stand a chance against gods. This gave you dragon marks that were not, let's say, diluted by time or relegated by test, just raw, unimaginable power granted onto you, giving you abilities that wouldn't naturally give you spells to work with, but in turn give you abilities that sync up with distinct, how should I say, characteristics that you have. Hence, gives you the ability to see into the ethereal plane as well as become an ethereal being as well. My winds of hell.
This time, we're protecting this time.
Yeah, bit of a freak out that first time.
And then, finally, the spark. Or more specifically, the spark from the concept of kitsune. That is a specific distinction that we have to cover because kitsunes are one of the more magically inclined creatures comparatively to any creature that exists in this world. Maybe not the god killers that Fenrir has become, but definitely ones that, in all essence, could, in certain cases, fight dragons or something like that. You see, the story goes is that a kitsune could live for 1,000 years, each every 100 years, giving them another tail to add on to their backside. Or is it every 100 years? I can't I can't figure out the time. But essentially, once they reach 1,000 years old, they gain all of their 9 tails, becoming the pinnacle of power of their race.
You cut out again.
Ah! What was the last thing you heard?
Once every 1,000 years.
Right. Once every 1,000 years, once they reach that age, they will become the pinnacle of their race, an apex of magical capabilities, and become what is known as a mythical beast. One that could exceed past their limits and do things that, well, would make them much more of a threat otherwise. Of course, this process is a long and patient aspect, as they do all have to reach 1,000 years. Now, I don't know if you will be under the same conditions, but because you do have that aspect of a kitsune inside you, well, now you can mix all that with everything I've listed out towards you. Now, being a chaos sorcerer does make you a lot makes this a lot easier to combine the kitsune part of you into this whole mesh up. But the only problem with that is that it's still chaos magic. And I don't think you want to be known for your random destruction.
Well, in most cases, my magic has been known to affect me more than anyone else, so I'm not sure if we have too much to be worried about that, but it is taken into consideration.
Hmm. But if you do become a sorcerer, well, in theory, you could essentially be one of the scariest kitsunes out there. As not only are they designed to be highly powered in their magics, they can also be they can also train to become those who hunt magic, to consume those who have strong magical energies,
Murder.
therefore giving them abilities and techniques that would make them hard for magic users to deal with.
What about complexion? Big
Hmm.
titty blonde in military uniform? Like what?
Becoming a sense of sympathizer would just make that oh so much more deadly.
It's police girl here.
So if I become a synthesizer, I'll gain the ability to drain the surrounding area of its magical energy, so to say. If I combine that with the abilities of Kitsune to go and essentially take on more techniques from people I defeat, other magic users, in combination with a synthesizer. That sounds troublesome.
It sounds like pure power. One that will truly be worth standing above all others, at the top of all of this.
Yes.
Are you tapping your fingers on the table?
No, I'm typing.
Coming through the window.
Okay.
That's not a comment from Anon. I just wanted to make that quote.
I see.
But where did Tessa go? She just not coming. All right, whatever. This is gonna be a bit of an awkward question, considering. But part of the reason that I took the spark of the kitsune was because I met a kitsune. Did wait? Do you know about that?
I'm aware of the story.
Are you aware of her goal?
I am aware that the Kitsune race is on the decline.
Sorry.
I'm aware of the Kitsune race being on the decline.
Yeah. So with this becoming a kitsune, would I actually become a kitsune?
If that's what you want to be, if that's how you want the spark to manifest, it's a strong one, so molding it to your design would be troublesome. But the fact that it's the way it is, you don't have to mold it at all. Just let it grow.
And letting it grow wouldn't enable me to assist her with that goal.
It'd be one step to the whole process, yes.
All right then. That answers that question. All right. I think we've spent enough time with this. Anon turns and gives Romelius one more nod, just to make sure we're still on the same page.
Reminisce nods back to him.
All right.
They're all like,
Um,
it's like, let's see
I'm gonna trust your design. You know what to look for. You know what needs to be aligned. You take your tricksy little fingers and let's get to it.
She get, you can feel the smile beneath her veil. So, let's get started. She like pokes your chest, and you kind of feel your magic beginning to drain at an alarming rate. The levels in sorcerer begin to drain from you, metaphorically speaking, um, until eventually you're back at 0. Or more specifically, synthesizer level 1.
Roman currently.
All right. So this is going to be
Wait,
an, huh?
wait, so now I'm back to level 1 right now?
Hypothetically speaking, yes. What was you were level 10? Okay, cool. You kind of fall to your feet as you're now severely weakened, all things considered.
Reminisce will rush up to a 9.
This is some kind of a joke.
No, I find none of this funny. Though I am quite excited. Now, Get up. It's time to start explaining how this all comes together. Synthesizers. Say again.
Nothing, go on.
See, synthesizers are born with a odd, let's say, defect in their body. They can no longer produce magic inside them like their sorcerer brethren before, leaving an empty hole inside them. This causes them to absorb the magic around them to compensate. We can do this by both absorbing it at will, or during combat when our adrenaline starts pumping, it just begins to flow within us. This is known as, these are synthesis points. Basically, how this works out of game is that you have a number of synthesis points that you can you have, and unlike key or sorcery points, you do not start with them existing. You have to earn them, gain them, build them up. If you're in combat, they increase one by one at the start of your turn. So turn 1, you get a sorcery point. Turn 2, get a sorcery point. That sort of thing. You also have the ability Spell Drain, which does number of things, but more specifically in this whole spell synthesis points explanation, you can use a bonus action to make a spell attack on a creature and gain another synthesis point.
What?
Ah, darn.
God damn it, Ken.
So Tessa, how are you doing? I don't think she can hear me.
That's great then. So the environment is like that. What about the environment where we at? Well, I know the air, granted, but I'm talking about like surrounding area, like trees, hills. Sorry. That media. Hey. Shut the fuck up.
Huh. Ah, of course. Are you back yet? Oh crap, Amelia's gone too. What's going on?
Yes. ATVs?
Alright, so synthesizer. My own creation. We'll see how he puts this in his character sheet. I have a Word document for it. Was gonna post it out someplace, but that didn't turn out that well.
Oh,
Ah, welcome back.
No.
oh, sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. My internet died. Okay, I'm back.
Of course it did.
So that's the inside.
Yeah.
Bigger.
So what did I miss? I'm sorry.
Basically, I'm explaining to Nick how the synthesizer works, but he left, so we're waiting for him to come back.
All right.
So yeah, synthesizers. They're my own creation. I really like them.
Huh. I am looking at this right now. This is too bad. That's actually pretty neat.
Yeah.
Huh? Because technically my sniper was first in here.
Yeah, so
That is
essentially we have synthesis points that you have to build up as time goes on, and spell drain kind of helps with that.
14?
So they can actually take Remedy's echo.
Well, spell drain itself doesn't technically do damage yet,
Okay.
or rather, I guess I should say like just gaining synthesis points doesn't do damage. It can do damage uh, on a turn, but not really.
All right.
Also, outside of combat, um,
Does it go away when I attack?
yeah,
Yeah,
they can use this outside of combat as well.
I just recast on myself every time I do that. Sweet.
And Nick, you're back yet? Guess not. No, that's not what I wanted. Yeah.
I gotta make another thing.
What's that?
I'm doing something real quick.
I'm
I'm almost done with.
a spotter.
Uh,
Join me on that.
I messed up on my thing. And I
No.
don't know.
Who?
Yeah, I hope I didn't mess up too badly, cause I just deleted I just deleted a whole chunk of stuff.
Sure. Let's have a
I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's
We
not.
don't-
I'm sure nothing negatives can come from this at all.
Using a 7 point on that.
Just try to be.
So help me if this man interrupts me one more time.
Are you winning, son?
Oh no.
He's asking me about. He's asking me if I installed Honey on his computer. I was like, no.
What? Alright. Anyway, synthesis points. Do you get the concept?
The points, yes. What about spell drain?
Spell Drain basically is a bonus action that you can either use to deal damage or gain another synthesis point. But you gain synthesis points at the start of your turn. Something that's very important about synthesis points, however, is that if you have to have a number of them in order to cast certain spells. So if you have one synthesis point, then you can cast first level spells. 3, you can cast third level. But yeah, you kind of need synthesis points to do things.
Gotcha. But I can still, I still have the same spells available to me, right?
Yeah, they're all sorcerer spells.
Okay, so I just have to build up for each fight now. Oh man. Oh, this is gonna be interesting. Well, at least I have Witch Bolt at first level, so that'll be fine.
Yeah. But that's what Spell Drain is for, to hopefully help you get better at that. Get more of it. And also, this is a class that needs testing anyway, so any changes that are made, we'll just say that you're getting stronger at this ability.
Cool. So the synthesis points.
Yeah.
They stack each round, and I'm not expending them to use the spell, am I?
No.
Okay, cool.
Now that would be dumb.
That would be a little dumb. Number of slots and everything is still consistent?
Well, technically no, but in your case, yes.
Okay, alright.
They count as half casters, like paladins and rangers.
Okay.
But just so I didn't want to take any of your spells and all that, you keep all the spell slots you do have.
Yeah.
You should be able to gain more spells. What's your highest spell level?
Right now, 5th, I want to say.
You'll be fine.
Mhm.
All right. We'll play it out as we continue forward. Anyway, so what was the other thing I wanted to say?
5.
Oh yeah, your hit die is a D8.
Let's go. Oh my
Oh, wow,
god.
they get half caster hit die.
Yes, because
Nice.
a lot of the stuff they do is melee.
Really?
Yes,
Well, I'm about to get shafted then.
we will see. All right, so all right now, get up. Let me see what you can do.
Up to what I see over to.
Show me you can actually uh hit me by draining some of my magic.
What's up ahead of you?
All right. So to use spell drain, however you want to use it, either through damage or through taking a spell drain, you make a spell attack roll.
No.
You're using wisdom
You know how much that.
for your spell modifier.
I know, but you said it's your turn though. It's like why? What?
Oh no, Nick, did you leave us again? Or is this push to talk? I don't know anymore.
Nice, get the dice straight. Get the fucking dice straight.
Every single time. Just tell him you're winning.
I'm always up in the chat. Okay, so let's just put that. I'm assuming advantage. So since I have to go based off my actual dice.
Oh no. We lost
Oh
him.
dang. Oh.
Curse you, internet. My mortal enemy.
Oh, just have no chill. Just have no chill. Just have no chill. Just have no chill.
Hey, what happened?
On me twice.
What did?
My laptop.
Ah. Everyone's internet sucks. I understand.
Oh no! It's not my internet. Oh, wait, my laptop blue screen.
Ah. And your audio is also terrible. No, this is the worst timeline.
Hold on. I'm gonna see if my laptop is stabilizing. I think you can hear me right now because the music is playing out of my speaker and I have just on my phone.
Oh, this audio's off. Could barely hear him.
Can you hear me any better now?
Better, but still bad. Either way, as long as you can hear me. Alright. So, your mom wants you to use spell drain. Your wisdom is your spell modifier.
Alright.
No, sure.
Hold on one sec. How do I roll for this? Is it just a regular ranged spell attack?
No, it's a melee spell
Oh,
attack.
no.
Go for the gas tank.
How's that roll then?
Use your
We're
wisdom.
not screwed here.
Use your wisdom and add your proficiency bonus. Roll to hit. It's basically you're just trying to hit her from 5 feet.
14.
She was holding out her hand, but then she kind of like let it slip through your fingers. Ooh. Not too bad. But try again. Hey, what's your wisdom modifier compared to your charisma?
My wisdom modifier is a 2, my charisma is a 3.
Ah, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
Alright, try again.
Oh my god.
Still slipping up. You have 2 synthesis points at this point. You are effectively in combat.
Gotcha. What can I use my synthesis points for?
Oh, no.
I mean, it's a spell, so I'm not. Or it's not a spell. Like, I'm not unlocking. What am I trying to say? I'm not attacking her with actual attack spells, but this is. You can infuse magic you've collected from the planes.
That's why I asked.
Part of your attack action, you can spend a synthesis point to add a 1d4 necrotic, radiant, or force damage. Okay. Nope, that was. Hold up. That would have been another 13, anyways. So help me God.
Oh. You really aren't good at this.
Yeah, I look up at Mom and said, "Mom, what the hell is this shit?"
You're the one who can't hit anything. And it's not just this either. You struggle to hit that armor as well.
Listen, we're not gonna talk about that, alright?
Oh, my little Anon. You just gotta keep trying. I believe
Having
in
a
you.
rough day, boy.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
16.
You're able to like grab her arm this time.
Fucking Christ.
Oh, it's weird fighting another one of us face to face like this. It's a weird sensation. Okay. Still need work, but I think you're getting the hang of it, yes?
Grasping, yeah.
Alright. Now, let's keep moving forward, shall we? The next
Yeah,
thing
let's.
The next thing that you have to wrap your mind around is planar connection. This ability is essentially your subclass ability, where instead of just drawing from random spots all over you, you now focus on a single point to a different world outside of your current reach. The choices that are available right now aren't what we're going to focus on. Instead, we're going to focus on Helheim. But the common denominator is this. You choose a place you want to pull from, and one thing that is not said here is that depending on which one you get, your spell drain attack, the one that gave you a choice between like necrotic, radiant force, is now stuck on a specific one. In this case, cold damage.
Okay.
Okay.
There's some other special little things that come with it. Let's see here. But we'll come to that when we get there, yeah?
Yep, only problem is I'm 10th level, so I've got to do this twice. Unless it's just gonna be Helheim twice.
No, it's just going to be Helheim all the way through now.
Okay.
You just get ability score. You just get abilities based on which subclass you chose.
Okay.
Alright. We'll focus on the Helheim stuff later. But for now, let's get to the real fun part of all this. Cursing Gutters. So you've gotten stronger in your ability to absorb magic. But that is not without its own cost. Now whenever you use this ability on someone else, specifically the ability to drain synthesis points, well, something else happens as well. You can choose one of the following effects that will be added on top of the spell drain. The reason why this is significant is because spell drain, you can do it outside of combat, but you would have to use it on something or someone. So, now this is on top of this as well. You have to choose one of them and one of them only. You can either, let's see here. You can either, let's see, decrease their maximum hit points, have, um, uh, take away spell slots if they have them, or bypass resistances the next time you hit them with a spell drain effect.
Kiddos.
Um, I don't want to do the spell slot one. You said either reduce max HP or
I had the bayonet.
bypass
Wait, no,
resistances for
resistance.
spell drain only.
Yes.
What would have resistance to spell drain?
No, it's the damage that you do with spell drain. So in this case, you do cold damage, right?
Gotcha.
Every hunter perceives this god to
That's
whenever you can up.
I'm gonna say maximum HP.
All right.
Well, no, because everything won't be able to heal itself. Yeah, I'm gonna go with max HP.
All right then. All right.
That ain't gonna fucking.
How do you feel?
This is somehow alien and familiar at the same time.
Isn't it? Now, with your particular case, you'll be able to still cast the spells you remembered in the past life. It's just going to have this attached to it. Oh, one last thing I wanted to add on. So whenever you drain synthesis points, now you drain 2 instead of just 1.
Okay. Cool. We're cool with this.
All right. So, with all of that in mind, you have 10 capsules to hold synthesis points. You can hold 10 synthesis points at 10th level.
Alright.
All right.
1 per level.
Yep. Now, let's keep going. She grabs, she digs into your pouch and pulls out the animated chain. I almost forgot about this. This should be fun to use. This should be fun to use if you decide to.
Oh my god, I just saved it. Okay, I just saved it. Now I gotta now I'm on crit mode because I lost a lot of stuff. But,
Oh, thank God.
Oh, thank God.
yeah,
Hunter's gonna do.
I was being so cocky too. I was like, oh, this will be easy. I'll get done with this, and then I delete everything I did.
Welcome to the world of programming. May I give you a plate of humble?
Oh yes, okay, yes, I was humbled. I was quite humbled.
All right.
Good night, love you, man.
Alright, so you guys,
He's winning, father.
Yes.
Nick, you still there? Nick, don't leave me again. Ah, there he goes again. Nick, please.
Yes. I like how this says Graham. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yes, sir. You said it's in a Tupperware container? Thank you. Okay. Okay. All right. That should be the last time.
They're freaking better.
Listen, we've got a stream to do.
I will not be disrupted again. Okay, but no, really. There's literally only 2 people here.
Yeah, well, I mean, she's here now. She's on hell
mean-
now.
I'm talking
so
about
I
on
guess
the
she has
stream. I'm talking about on the in Twitch, watching us.
that. Oh,
So
is
we
it
could.
the same too?
I have no idea.
What's the usernames?
That
I'm
was
not.
stupid of me.
I'll delve into it. Oh, never
Right
mind.
now there are 2 guys.
It doesn't matter. Anyway, so okay, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, so I'll get into like the whole Helheim stuff at a later point, but let's continue on. So your dragon mark. See if you can activate it.
Wait a minute. Is it Arcana?
Yes. I swear if it's a Bidoof or a Magic Carp, I'm gonna be upset. I fucking knew it!
You have got to be kidding me.
And of course, a natural one, complemented by Arceus evolving into a Magikarp. It could not be any better.
Purvis, you've
Uh,
cursed me.
What happened?
Hey, Anon, did you add your proficiency to Arcana?
Nope. So that would be a 7 then, not a. Well, no, it's still not 1.
Maybe the change in your disposition threw you off. That's my bad. I didn't see that coming.
Seems like it's thrown a lot of things off.
Here, let me see if I can give it a shot. Alright, roll Arcana with advantage. As she, takes her claws and plunge them into your chest.
Oh.
More like it. Natural 20.
Naturally. Okay. Why not? Why not?
Your soul almost, is pushed out of your body and ricochets back, only for you to go back into that ethereal form. Let's remind ourselves what that actually does for you. As your dragon mark glows brightly and almost painfully hot for a sudden ability. Alright. So, this dragon mark is called Investure of the Wraith. Basically, it's the same thing as Vesture of the Wind, with the added bonus that any damage you do is necrotic, and you have the additional bonus of having Ethereal Sight. With that in mind, you can see all these skeletal soldiers standing around your mother and around you guys.
Who are they?
They're my entourage. I never go without them.
Old friends of yours.
I wouldn't say that. She kind of takes her hands into a Naruto-esque summoning pose. There is a lot of things you have yet to understand. Like I said, there are powers that... I don't know if I said this exactly, but there are still powers you have yet to reach.
Well, that was kind of a given.
You watch as some of the soldiers begin to morph and change. Some growing in size from large to huge size. Others grow wings. Their bodies gain flesh. All of them changing into unique shapes. Some of them remain as skeletal soldiers, but all of them, or at least some of them, turning into various yokai. Behold, this. This is where my power really shines. Where all the days I've toiled waiting and looking for you come to fruition. This is the parade of 100 demons.
I see. Mom, you're a strange one.
You don't become sane throughout the years I've spent looking for you.
Fair enough. I
Now,
take it we don't have anything to worry about from them.
no. They would die before they touched you. No.
Wait, so we're surrounded by what again?
You know those pictures I threw up?
Oh
That's not even
yeah.
that's not even a fifth of what you see.
I know. Remember, that's not because he can't see what they're saying.
There are some that you see. You just can't see like the skeletons.
Okay.
Some of them just
What?
like. Let me put it this way: the ones that you see that aren't skeletal warriors appear to you in those forms.
Oh, okay. So
So the
what's gonna?
stronger stuff.
Okay.
Not necessarily. These are just the ones I need you to see. The ones that sort of have built such a personality that they do leak into the world of the scene. Again, it's not so much that they're the strongest, just the ones with the identity.
Interesting.
We're almost there.
And on kind of like strays over, and it's just like this one with the black wings is just really looking up close at him.
What about him?
Nothing particularly about him. He's just curious about all of them, but this one drew his attention the most. And with Kitsune, Spark Lady, now being part of him, he is starting to lose his sense of what is personal space.
Alright. Let's keep going.
Right. He goes back over. Alright. Dragon marks activated. What's the oh, right. Her. Alright.
This is going to be my favorite part. But one that's going to take just a little bit more pushing. You're going to have to
We've
draw out.
already stabbed. How much farther can it go?
You just feel her smile. Let's hope I don't have to.
I swear.
Doesn't just reveal themselves, especially considering that his dream's back. A spark like that doesn't just reveal themselves. Especially considering you haven't fully completed the trials. But considering that you've already drank the Nyx water, it should be so much easier compared. Try again.
Yeah. Wait, aren't I supposed to have disadvantage with ability checks right now?
Not in
Not
this
this
world.
world. Yeah, this world, your tricks are completely separate from the other world.
Gotcha, gotcha. Uh, I'm like, come on, Kitsune, work with me. 20.
All right. Not wanting to get bruised by your mother again, you focus on the spark, and this time, you feel the energy burn inside you. Flames begin to flick on your ear, on your head, giving you fox ears, and you sprout a tail and claws. You feel this energy flowing and mixing with everything that is around you. It's really overwhelming considering that you're trying to manage the inflow of magic inside you. The fact that you are, in some essence, incorporeal. And on top of that, you are now also uh, holding holding on to this new form of yours. I
Oh,
mean,
this this is a lot.
For a more for a mortal body, it should be. But go on.
Do
Keep
what?
keep pushing. Don't let it all go. It must be contained and mixed together in one. Focus. I'll be here. Roll a Constitution saving throw.
Me, alright. Fuck.
And it all
9.
it all falls apart. Your synthesis points are gone. Your dragon mark disabled. Your spark cold. And you fall to your knees.
Nice.
Hmm. Now you see why you still need to become a god. Now you kind of feel just a small hint of what they have to deal with on a daily basis. You wondered once before why gods stay up in their perches, not really doing anything about mortal lives. Each one has their own reason, but unfortunately, most of those reasons have to do with that kind of power. It doesn't mix well with the mortal plane. It's why the gods of today are able to walk around with such ease, because their mere presence doesn't simply rock the world to its foundations. The old gods were different. Simply looking at them ripped men's souls to sunder.
Does that work?
The more you say about them, the more at ease I've become with the idea.
The idea of what?
But it letting Fenrir have his way with them. But I have to give them a chance.
Hmm, sure. Want to put it like that. How did it feel? For the first time,
I'm a bit lightheaded actually. That was a lot to go through one after the other. Losing the magic I've known, gaining a strange new one, and fighting with the unbridled power of a young dragon and the temperaments of a certain kitsune. All of that mixing up, that's when you said it'd be dangerous, I don't think I knew just quite what you meant.
And it came back immediately as it died. That's crazy.
Rumina's side. Well, we aren't strangers. We aren't a stranger to things that are strange, I guess. Which is a funny thing. What funny way to put it?
That it is. But anyways,
Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay, Anan?
I'll be fine.
All right.
Hey, Remilius. It might have looked painful, but it's always good to feel all the powers flow through you. I can help you with your abilities as well if you'd like.
Rumina's now. Rumina's is going to look to Anan.
You should do it. I promise
Rumina's
you, you've never felt anything like it before.
Rumina's Rumina's side. Very well.
Okay. Let's try this again. So, um, I need you to make an Arcana check, for the Dragon Mark.
Oh God, I got it right once. Okay, let's see if I can do it again. A 4.
Your connection to this is, to put it simply, a lot weaker than my son's. It's not a slight
Well,
against you, that's just the facts.
I understand that. I've not had any connection to magic until probably a couple of months ago.
I see. Well then. Alright, roll with advantage as she takes one of her finger claws and stabs you in the belly.
Mom, be careful with him. He's a lot smaller than I am.
That's why I used one finger.
I'm also a lot tougher than I look though.
That you are.
Alright. Same feeling. It feels like your soul gets pushed out, which is weird because you have multiple, and you're ripped back into your body. You have your Dragon Mark activated. Multiple layers on your body gets toppled on top of each other as your body naturally heals itself, as well as each time you move, a false image follows it. Alright. Now, put on your mask and merge with that. This will be... Go ahead.
Ramirez pulls out his message. She says as she talks.
Okay. Make an Arcana check as you feel a paw. Make an Arcana check with advantage as a paw presses against your back.
13.
Even with the luck of my cats, you still can't seem to do it. You notice that the three-eyed, two-tailed cat was pressing against your back.
Ramirez shivered a bit. Then Ramirez what he will try to do is that he'll try to listen to voices now.
Okay? Roll history.
History, okay. 4, crap.
It seems that this all requires you to put a lot more emphasis on these things. Maybe.
It's kind of
Come on, mate. You got this.
it's quite difficult for me. I'm not as, I guess, in a way headstrong as my friends are.
Well, let's keep going. until we figure this out. Roll history again.
Right. 11.
Still sounds loud in your head.
Cover Seer, shut up. Okay.
Try and focus on one specific voice. You don't have to hear all of them, since you won't know all of them at once.
Then Ramirez hearing that will try to hear Ramirez of all of them.
Alright, roll with advantage.
Alright. 18.
What's going on? Where am I?
Are you the Ramirez I know? Or did I pull you out from your world?
I would hope you remember me.
Okay, thank goodness you're the Ramirez I know.
Romelius, what's going on?
Well, welcome to Helheim. Uh, I am I am currently sort of connected to all of my past lives right now, every single one of them.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Uh, and you are the only one I could pull out. You're the only one I could pull out.
The only one. Well, not
You're
here.
the one. Well, you're the one I know. You're the one that I know the most.
I mean, I'm not complaining.
The the issue is I'm trying to activate this thing, but I don't know. I don't exactly know how it works. You had it longer than I have.
You're kind of put into this mental world of yours. And Romeus is just sitting in this mental state. It's hard to explain. There are very few times that I delved as deep into our memories like you have. Had many desires to find other me's that existed in other times. But it all required a sort of second set of memories to be unlocked in your head. It's a it's a mental gymnastics.
This would even my second set of memories.
Do you remember when you were born?
Not particularly. No.
Exactly. Every past life that you draw upon is like trying to remember the day you were born, or the year, or the few years, or I guess in our case, the few couple of months then after. Sure, you might have bits and pieces, but you definitely won't have the whole picture. You certainly won't have enough to say how it all began. Without knowing how it all began, you can't really build up to where you are now. You can't rewrite your entire history.
Hmm.
That being said, there is a certain trick, I think. Rejogging of memories. I think the best way to do it is to essentially go to places and meditate in places that would best suit a certain memory. Even if you don't remember how you were born, there's always some lingering memories down there. It's just a
Wait.
matter of waking them.
Would every version of me remember home then? So we were would that be the perfect place to connect with every single version of myself, since every single version of myself would remember where we started?
Mm, I guess it could work. It'd probably be the easiest way to start. After all, we all came from the same place, it seems. And it's a lot easier than going to different places that would have specific memories. That's why going back home may be the best choice out of all of them. Because by going back home, you find our center.
Sadly, I don't think that we have that option right now. We are kind of in the middle of a trial. Well, even now we are in Helheim.
But when we're done, what's stopping you? That's not an
Nothing is.
excuse, Ramil. Exactly. It's not an excuse, Ramilius.
Ah,
Very well. Yeah, going home would probably be the best method.
Possibly. And you awaken, dropping your dragon marked ability and falling to your knees as well.
From this side, sadly, I don't think that you'll be able to help me.
Hmm. Did you figure something out at least?
Like, you need to, I need to go home. However, it's it's gonna be it's gonna be odd going back home as a god for me.
It'd be odd going home after leaving for so long to begin with. You're going
And
to
I,
be
and I
different one way or the other.
and I don't want to go home, and I don't want to go home without getting everything in front of me solved first. This isn't. I'd like to go home someday. However, this isn't as important as make sure everyone is safe as protecting the world from Ragnarok.
She kind of like tilts her head. Is it not just as well to know what you're fighting for? Just as much as it is to risk everything to save even just a little piece of what does exist. After all, if it's a means to unlock more of your powers, would that not be more of a benefit than just going straight to facing whatever may come?
You fucking cunt!
Well, you see, that's going straight and facing things is exactly how I do things.
Maybe try something different. You never know what you'll find when you
Uh,
face your demons.
What is that supposed to mean?
Part of me hates how helpful you are being. A part of me hates how helpful you're being because I can't. Because it makes it hard. It makes it
Hey
harder for me
Nick,
to decide
Nick,
whether.
your mic is like staticking.
What's happening?
Your mic was staticking.
I ended.
What's going on?
Oh, never
Your
mind.
mi-
It's the mic was getting to go staticky and it looked like a lot of background stuff from your mic. But it's
Oh,
My bad. I'm gonna switch back to push to talk for right now.
okay, cool. All right.
I hate how nice you're being because it makes it much more complicated on whether I know whether you're helpful or not to us.
Haven't I not been helpful to you at this point? The answer should be obvious.
Oh yes, you are helpful to us. However, would you have been if we were not with the nun, or if a nun, or if had it not been if we not been a part of your plan, would you have helped us?
Literally
If,
fucking everything.
let's say, you and Anon never cross paths, or rather, if you never crossed paths the way you did, if you two were just walking down the street just normally, would you two have given each other a second thought?
Very well, we wouldn't have.
Exactly.
After what we've been through.
Again, you just feel her smile beneath her veil. I was expecting you to not trust me this entire time.
So,
It changes. It never changed anything.
player, how we can get all this shit for ourselves.
Unfortunately, I don't necessarily need you to trust me
idea
for all this to work.
to get all the
It helps, and it definitely makes me feel a whole lot better knowing that you, at least in this very moment, trust me. I can take that memory to my grave.
I have an idea.
But trust me,
It's a dumb idea.
I don't need you to trust me.
It evolves and turns.
Forwarding there, but that is exactly my point. What you just said. You don't necessarily need us to trust you for this to work. You've essentially planned out not necessarily directly our lives, but the events that would move towards your end goal, in the very least. You know so much more than we could ever begin to approach. And until you can start sharing a bit more of that with us, everything that you do, every experience that we share, there's going to be the suspicion that your intentions aren't genuine. Our cards are on the table.
Okay.
uh, I don't mean to. I don't mean to pull up a sore spot, but to get my point across. Romilius,
So
you've had a mother and a father, correct?
how far away is this bandit camp from the nuclear?
Yes.
When you were young, did they tell you how the world worked? Like everything. Did they tell you about their lives in the past? Their plans for their future and what they thought that you would do in your uh, life? All in the moment that you were young.
No, actually they barely talk about their own past.
Every parent is different. I understand that. But they all share something similar. Whether it's through their own intentions or just the fact that you can't really tell the story of a lifetime to one person, especially when they haven't experienced it.
So
But the fact is that I'm not telling you everything because I think it will serve me and my plans so much better, but it's because it's hard to explain so much of multiple lifetimes and how it all falls into play. Not to mention, I know that you already don't fully understand and why I'm so adamant in doing this. You have bits and pieces, and I'm sure you're smart enough to figure out, oh, it's even the grand scheme of things, but there will always be something you've missed. A point in my life that has changed me the way I am. I've yet to even tell you how this all began, why I went on such a long and treacherous journey to find you again.
Because like if I
But I don't tell you because I don't want to. And I don't tell you because it benefits me the most. I just know that you still need to grow the way you need to.
with how powerful he is in the force.
And I don't need you to
Let's say
going to sue this internet service for all of their money.
Look, clearly, the gods of our world do not want us to hear the end of that sentence.
You guys, there's like this sort of there's this sort of static every time she begins to speak.
so.
Hmm. It seems like you're waking up.
Problem.
I guess I can't hold you here forever.
Because That's all the force points is bringing it to the
I just
UK
know,
and maybe to the
Anon,
ship.
little Remilius, I love you. I went to hell, back, and did
Okay,
it again,
so
many times over,
so
just to
just letting you
find
guys
you
know, as soon as Hunter drops
and everything I've done,
the junkyard and all that shit,
so that you could
your
live
part
in a
is going to be in
world
the force.
that
He's
you can
done.
mold to your
He
own
can't use the force
image,
no more until he's long rest.
however you see fit.
It's kind of odd to hear that you love me as well. Maria chuckled a bit.
She like drops to her knees. How could I not?
That's
You protected him for as long as
yes,
you've known him,
that's gonna take on all 53 of his force
and
points.
because of that, I am
Yeah,
eternally
yeah.
grateful.
Bring it over there. So
Tessa is also, in her own little way, adorable. She was the first one I actually was able to talk to outside of you two. To see me in a light that you didn't. I've yet to meet the others in a similar manner, but time will come when I will. And little by little, you'll all see. I'm not here to hurt you.
Honestly, I believe that.
I mean, if you wanted to hurt us, you could have done so many times over by now.
As you look around at her night parade of 100 demons.
Right? Just completely surrounded by just devilish creatures, you know? Nothing major. Hey, Mom.
Yes,
okay, it's possible. Maybe half the junkyard. That's plausible.
I may not trust you, but I think I love you too.
in a
It
blink of
says
an eye.
100%.
Almost
but
a literal
that's
blink
later
of the
tonight,
eye.
so how about
She
tomorrow?
goes from kneeling to
That'll be
hugging
here.
you.
Um,
And it's a
no,
weird
thank
kind
you.
of motion because it's not like she was quick to get up and hug you. It
So
was just like snap. One moment there, the next minute hugging you.
okay, so
I have no words.
oh
After the
oh
shock wears
that was
away,
more
I
fun because it was just like Bandicam.
gingerly hug her
That's fine.
back.
I could literally do the entire Bandicam.
I have no
I could do the
words.
entire thing. I could do the whole thing. No. That's why I wanted everything.
I'll
That's
see
why I
you
wanted
soon.
everything.
You too, Mom.
It was way too so.
And with
Yes.
that, you guys wake up.
Like,
No
I
longer
could, like, I
cold,
could
but
literally pick the
feeling
entire
on your
Bandicam if I
back
really wanted to, in this
the
junkyard. No
rocks
problem.
of just rocks, damp,
Yeah, I guess like
almost
half.
soft to the touch. Probably not rocks, but you're definitely not on the boat for how uneven it feels.
Renee's groaned. Uh,
You guys have taken the benefits of a long rest.
hey, now only 2 points exhaustion instead of 3 points exhaustion.
Right?
That's actually really big for Ramirez because Ramirez having disadvantage on attack rolls is actually very bad for the whole group.
To be honest, for me, it doesn't do a whole lot considering I miss probably 60% or more of them, anyways.
I mean, you got magic, right? There's some magic that at least you can make them roll saving throws.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Boulder's just sitting or standing above you guys, just watching you. The boat is also on the shore where there's just a small pool of water, and behind it is the entrance to a large cave where the water flows out of.
Ramirez side,
It looks like normal water.
Ramirez side, looking at the dragon mark. Again, hang of it someday. But for now, I guess we have to wait for everybody else to wake up.
And while that's happening, I think now is a good time to explain that I may be the last guy to these trials, which is why I waited for you guys to wake up before I left to explain this
Oh,
next part.
oh, so from here on out, no more help.
Well, I don't want to say that exactly. It's just this particular one. You know, good luck finding anyone who wants to help you.
Oh,
Oh boy. All right, what are we dealing with?
Oh, that's the kicker. You're not dealing with it. You're getting away from it. It's as simple as get to the other side alive.
uh, that the way you put it makes it seem like that's not a very simple thing.
Not really, no. This is the one. When I told you before that a lot of people get caught by Arashi in the last one, yeah,
Right.
I was right. But this is what gets people killed the most. Like, the body count is ridiculous on this one.
Good to know. So, what exactly are we trying to get away from?
Well, I'm glad you asked. So, here's the thing, right? You fought minor gods before. You fought concepts. And thankfully, you did not have to fight a little creature whose body was constructed from a sample of the Nyx. But I'm here to tell you that what you're about to fight next is far and above anything past what you have faced so far. Even even if you have claimed you have seen and fought dragons, I guarantee you that what you're about to face is not something no mortal should ever dare to stand against.
Right.
Uh, I mean, we survived death. We survived death multiple times. So just one more time.
Oh, this is more than just trying to dance with death. This, well, let me explain this.
Oh, you've got to be fucking kidding me.
So,
Thought we left the Driders at home.
no, my friend, this is no mere dragon. This is something else. Arasta is her name. The idea is that she put herself in the tree as sort of a show of dominance, a sort of foothold in the pantheons, as a reminder to the gods specifically that her other self still exists. One of the old gods and a testament to their power. She wanders these caves as the matriarch, not able to do anything other than make this particular spot
Oh
her
shit, I have a
home.
question.
But nonetheless, the gods
Remember
have
when I was
found
talking
it
to him
difficult
before
to
and all
deal
that
with her,
stuff?
so they
Maybe
leave her
before.
here, as she does nothing other than
What was
just
that
make
right?
this place her
Right?
home.
Or
A stalemate,
it's
if
not
you will.
talking about that shit.
No further, but none back. The goal here, or rather, the trick,
Okay. Okay.
is that you simply have to use your abilities to uh, get away from her. Not get caught, not get eaten, and obviously not die. This is a test to show
Chest.
that even becoming a god, there will always be something
Yeah,
out
that's what
there
I'm asking in general.
that will go beyond
Thank
all
you
mere
for
understanding.
that question, but
That even gods have things
sure,
they
yeah.
fear. And even gods have things that they don't want to admit that they can't handle. Well, the old gods, definitely. But the new gods will definitely not be afraid to mention that there will always be something they cannot deal with. So, I hope you have a good time dealing with an avatar of Lolth. Hope you guys get to the end.
Oh, right. All right. Yeah, we'll be coming back for her. All right then.
All right.
Oh, so that means that she probably wants to kill us quite a bit.
Why do you say that?
Yeah.
We
No reason.
we have
No reason.
I mean, I don't think Baldur will actually I don't think he will actually be against us here.
I
In fact,
I have little care for you guys, outside of whether or not you succeed.
I don't think telling him would put us in any risk at all. But I won't tell him if you don't want me to though.
All right. Fine.
All right. So Ramirez looks out to Baldur and says, "Well, Loth is Loth it was uh hunting down one of our party members
Mm-hmm.
because of a pact with Fenrir.
Ooh.
Uh and apparently all drow are hunting down
I'm
the
guessing this is
spawn of
enough stuff to
Fenrir
basically
apparently.
make all of our bikes
Eh.
and then some.
Oh, that sucks to be you guys.
Yeah, so now this will make that'll make this challenge
What?
twice as tough, if not more.
Well, that's if she finds you, but you won't let her find you, right?
All right.
Right.
So time to use what I learned from living in the forest to try to hide our tracks.
What? They
Yeah,
exploded this shit in
and your
midair.
scent, and whatever else might she might get a hold of.
Right. The forest
I
closed it.
wait. Is anyone else awake right now?
No.
Yeah.
Like, how are you doing that?
How long do we have
Just
before
casually just doing it. Like,
will she be
what do
able
you
to
mean?
find us right here though? On
Nah,
foot, cause
nah. Nah, nah, this is probably the safest
I don't
place you
know.
can be. That being said, I will mention this. Once you get past this
So
point,
just
resting
talking to
may
through my
be
head.
less of an option.
Looks.
Just saying.
uh,
I
yeah,
could be wrong.
so no time for rest. This is our last.
Well, you can rest here, it's just after you're done with this. Resting may not be an option,
They
depending
should
on how my
also
mother
doing that.
is.
Uh, very well. So that means that we should probably rest here as long as we can.
Yep, that's the idea. Though I will, of course, there's no like immediate food here, so
Yep.
I hope you brought something to eat.
Hey, no, I'm one step ahead of you. Uh, one step ahead of you. I brought some I brought some giant squirrel I brought some giant squirrel.
Ooh, ooh, ah, ah, you
What?
not not that giant squirrel, right?
Why not?
Oh,
You know what giant squirrel we're talking about, right?
I hope we're not talking about the same giant squirrel.
The one that turned into wood and that was being ridden by a giant man by a man with chains.
Ooh, ah, gee, man, that who died first?
The squirrel did.
Mm, mm, ah,
What's this? What happened?
mm,
Uh,
ah,
uh,
dang,
Your
that
Ramirez
sucks.
closes his ears. What?
Baldur, for Christ's sake, or for Kiri's sake, whatever. What is the issue? What did we do?
It's ooh. I mean, you did what had to be done, but God, that's unfortunate.
Hey, let's just say, what, what's unfortunate? What did we do wrong?
I mean, you did what had to be done. I can't say you did
What?
anything wrong. Ooh, God.
Wasn't unfortunate.
Ah, it's just I'm sure it'd be fine. I'm sure Valstrak would doesn't have to know.
Oh, was that his pet?
What? No, 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 no. It's just that squirrel is one of few that have the, I guess, ability to go up and down the tree without much worry. So it gives Valstrax more, I guess, friends to have around. Now there's just one less to go around. So yeah, yeah, and I haven't seen one of those squirrels in like a long time. So I don't know where they are.
So who's Beltrack?
Oh, again, don't worry about her. She's just she's just a uh she's just a dragon that instead of shooting fire out of her mouth, she shoots fire out of her wings to make her go faster. It's cool looking. Um,
That
but
sounds really cool.
yeah, it does sound really cool, doesn't it? But anyway,
Wait,
um, but anyway, like I said, as long as she doesn't find out, there's no need to worry. Although, she might smell the blood on you, so there's that.
I can roll for you.
Uh, so how do we wash it off?
I'll tell you one thing: water's not gonna do
You go
shit.
with the joke and break everything.
Oh,
Valstrax's got a pretty keen nose,
That's
although
fine.
that's her eyesight's probably more of the keen feature there.
so what? Uh, what if
are there
I
multiple dragons on this tree that can do that?
If you don't count the ones, if you don't count, excuse me, if you don't count the ones that are like beneath the tree, but in that description, nah, there aren't that many. Valstrax's
didn't
like the only one.
didn't that one dragon also like giant fire coming out with what looked like wings almost? The, one- the one
Yep,
the one the one that look the one that attacked the other dragon that was fleeing from their world tree.
yep.
Huh. We may be in a bit
Where
of danger
can
later.
she be found?
Oh, at the top of the wolf tree. Can't miss her.
So
Alright,
this is the same one then.
so how do we avoid her?
Well, if you can avoid us, Arasta, you can probably avoid Valstrax.
Right,
And
and
how do we kill her?
What?
How do we kill the red comet?
He kind of just stares at you for a little bit. Hmm. Okay, so just skipping over the part where I asked whether or not you're kidding. Um, I mean, if I was to answer you legitimately, no different from anything else. Although I wouldn't say that's killing her. Her and her other siblings have this weird ability where they can't really die on the first go around, but unlike, I don't know, other creatures that have similar abilities, they don't evolve. They don't keep going. They just revert back to a base state.
And how do we stop that happening?
Uh, I don't know. They honest, I only understand that concept based on what my mother told me, and that was told by Delpha. But they haven't really been defeated before. I mean, who would want to attack a goddess's children? Am I right?
so do you think this should? Well, actually, I don't think Kanan wants to reason with you. I don't think you want to particularly want to reason with them, Anan, do you?
There's always room for diplomacy.
You said that
But
with such gritted teeth.
Oh, let's say that we have had a run in with with the was it the red comment? My
What's her
my
name?
memories, huh?
If I'm wanting to kill this thing, I should at least call it by its name.
Uh, her name is Valstrax.
Valstrax.
Yes, we have had a run in with Valstrax before. And none is a bit vengeful in that right.
Huh. Well, that sounds unfortunate. I'm not gonna lie.
And I don't particularly like what Valstrax did either.
She made a show of it.
Yes, it was it was particularly it was directed towards us even, which is the odd part.
Huh. She must find you interesting or something.
I find her deplorable.
Huh. Huh. Sure. Yeah, okay. All right.
I mean, do you agree? That was a strange laugh.
I mean, she can't really do anything to me, or rather, I let her do things to me, and then
So
nothing
actually,
happens.
you started actually seeing Hunter
Can't
just
really feel anything when she
mimicking
doesn't.
the force,
So
making it actually
can't really
there, making it
feel
like on
anything
top of each other,
against
so it's
someone who
making
can't
it
harm
in
me.
like one spot.
And then there's the fact that I don't
Morning.
really have anyone she's harmed against that I know of personally. So,
Ramirez hops up.
So is it just
Before you
that you
go,
can't feel pain, or are you actually invincible? I'm sorry. Go ahead, Romelius.
before you go, may I have a spar with you?
Thursday night,
uh,
I'm fighting. Remember, we're
uh,
fighting on the third day.
sure, I guess.
A fight with the guy without a fight with a guy without my life being in jeopardy.
Well, all right, but I'm gonna let you know now so you're not disappointed. I'm not actually a god. Mother's not really a
Or
god either.
or you're not, or are you?
Really? Didn't
Yeah,
know that.
no, no.
No, but you are as powerful as a god.
uh, even then, that's a lot. I guess that depends on which god you're talking about, but that's technicalities.
Hey,
Or
Boulder, remind me again. What's your father's name?
My mom never told me.
Of course
Or,
she wouldn't.
or rather, it's not that she couldn't. It's just that, well,
hmm. Also,
let's just say, quote unquote, grandfather is kind of upset at what she did to have me.
Grandfather.
So,
that's
yeah, she already lost her. Ooh, is that too personal to say? She got demoted. Let's say that. She got demoted because of it. Painfully so. And so, I guess bringing it up kind of gives her a scratch on the back, if you know what I'm saying. Ah, shit.
uh
Yeah, we'll leave it at that. How many of them are left?
How many of who?
The ones like your grandfather, as it were.
Oh, my grandfather is a god,
Yes, he is.
Yes.
but the same as like all the other ones you know. In fact,
Yeah.
you know him, I would think.
who's he?
I'm
Okay.
glad you asked.
Okay.
And because you asked such a very good question, I shall answer it with a
You know this.
very good answer by telling you that it is Ergonaut.
Wait, was Argonaut the first god that they met?
No,
Or
that
no?
was, I
No.
think that was Monkey.
Oh, monkey. Okay.
You know?
Argonaut. Huh?
Oh my god, freaking top 2 and 3 is gonna fight in a force with me. Oh wait, is that 12
Do
or
we
6?
do we know
Is
who
that
that
a
is?
dragon? Or is that.
I only know of one dragon god.
Yo, Vastrax looks freaking dope for one thing, but she's still gonna
Yeah.
die. Anyway,
Pokemon.
Time to
Well,
go first
fine then.
with the
I
Dragon
just freaking
Sparrow.
go, have somebody assign, have them assign me a freaking, second
the
partner and
god
then
without limit.
fine then. Fuck you too then. I just turn the fuck around, so just walk it off.
So let me shoot you are descendant of a
Doesn't
god then.
Technicalities kind of get
Sir,
muddied
sir,
when you talk about that.
sir,
Because
go ahead.
technically, my mother was created, not born. If that makes sense.
So a person that was forged in a sense.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Hey, Anna, do you know what people do you know about forging people? I didn't know that's a thing. But maybe in stories, maybe like children's stories.
I mean, honestly,
Jesus, come on.
no, I didn't know that
You
was a
owe me
thing.
after this, though.
Now that I
But
do,
that
I don't
monkey
find
owes
it
you.
all that surprising.
You never said about me owning.
I guess the first,
Yeah, yeah,
I guess
yeah,
the first,
yeah.
I guess the
Yeah, I
first
don't owe you
creature had to come
shit.
from somewhere. So that means it's probably forged.
All the first creatures I imagine came from the Nyx.
Oh yeah, could have just been walked into the
Monkey,
just
monkey, monkey.
poofed into existence.
Yeah. We're not having Wolf do this shit. We don't want him to have the MC effect.
So,
The MC effect. God.
want to fight? Or
You two still sparring?
I
And
guess.
I would love a spar, just see how far we
and
can
just
come.
in case though, I'm probably gonna have Hunter
Okay
and
then.
maybe Winter just come by
Okay.
Let's go, I guess.
to escort.
Okay, Ramirez pulls out his needle.
Yeah. So
I'm
if
going
not,
to
like,
try not to laugh.
like,
I
escort.
don't mean to.
Yeah.
I mean it's fine. I won't mind. I won't mind. I don't mind losing a fight.
Hunter's tempted.
Okay.
Actually,
Fucking
mind if I
piece of
join in?
fucking shit. Right,
Um,
cunt. Who the fuck fucking
sure. I don't see why not.
So I guess it's initiative time, isn't it? Or are they just done? Do they just lose? No chance.
I mean, I'll give you a shot.
True.
All right, so initiative it is. Let's go.
Have to do this shit to begin with.
Do you want me to
One.
use my weapon or
Just want to see what
is
this
this just
Entirely up to
one
you.
bar, one match,
okay?
and just pretend the Middle East doesn't
Okay then.
exist. Just done in the war. I'll go back to Russia.
All right.
Huh?
I'll
Yeah,
use
just
my
pretend it
fist
doesn't
for now.
fucking exist.
And if
Go
I
to
feel
Russia, do it for
threatened,
Russia. It's
I
all we do.
will use all I have. Yes.
For the mafia, bitch.
The way you're saying that kind of puts me off a bit, honestly.
Sorry. I never had anyone wanting to fight me before. And, I don't remember the last time I had to fight someone. So,
Here's the thing.
it's kind of hard for
You
You
me.
bring a
can't be
monster,
hurt.
one of the most powerful headhunters, battling
We
against
have some time to
monsters
kill.
nonstop.
Might as well.
Yeah, and we're probably gonna be resting here for like a good
I said one of the most powerful.
Probably,
Fuck you,
probably
Sage.
for more than a day for now. By now.
That the powerful,
Maybe.
that's reserved for you and fucking
Alright.
Wolf. I said one of the most
Anon
powerful.
got a 25. Not bad. And Romilius
Who
got
the heck are these rolls in hell? Anyway,
One match become 10 matches knowing you. Alright, the other 9 matches will be with Africa or Russia. Simple as that.
So it is Anon's turn.
alright, we've got one synthesizer point, so we're just gonna hit him with a witch bolt,
Alright.
which means he has to make a save, I think. No, that's lightning bolt. What is witch bolt?
Jill, how dare you put this music out when you know very well we're gonna lose?
Yeah, like you could have put on a shoujo opening or something, and that would have been more appropriate.
But I like
Oh,
this
for
song.
Christ. It is pretty wonderful.
Yeah, it is pretty good. Yeah. I'm can't wait for next season. Next season is coming up.
I
I
will.
haven't seen it.
I'll be satisfied with Muzan Train.
Honestly, yeah, I'm satisfied with that too. Oh, did you watch it yet or no?
Yes, I have.
That's good. Okay.
Okay, so yeah, I have to hit you. And it's concentration.
You're gonna be there.
A
Okay.
6. Oh, this is going wonderfully, isn't it?
Oh no.
Okay.
Man. I wasn't even trying to dodge that one.
I'm going through some adjustments at the moment.
Yeah, 100 close.
Even still, you've been fighting for a decently long time, haven't you?
He's working on your fights.
Let's just say that he recently had his whole. Let's just say his whole shtick is now flipped around.
Again, but still.
Yeah, so currently Hunter's discussing the
All right.
Well,
Alright, fuck off.
Is that it, Anand?
I'm gonna try to do my leech thing.
All right, gotta get up close to him.
Yeah, how far is he from me?
The distance doesn't really matter. You can reach him.
Cool. I don't know if I want to get close to him, but that's fine.
I mean, if you get close to him, you give Remilis the flanking bonus.
Alright, hold on. Remind myself how this works again.
Spell melee attack.
Yeah, +2. Because I'm using Wiz now, right?
Yeah.
10. Oh my god. It gave me 1 and that was it. Alright. Well, that's the end of my turn.
Ah, God. Gods. I'm sorry, man. He like flips over you, to go for Amelius.
Oh no.
just won't waste his time.
First attack, 13.
Miss.
Second attack, 11.
Miss.
All right,
Remilis dodges out the way.
all right. You watch as like his body like peels open as if he has like flaps of scales, and there's this heat wave that brushes over both of you.
Remilis. Oh, is it? Remilis kind of
Hold on,
dodges
wait.
out the way with these
Actually,
flaps.
actually, let me double check on that.
Right?
Yep. Okay. You guys take. Let me double check.
Oh
Be
god.
sure.
Oh no.
All right, cool. You guys just take straight 3d6 fire damage. No saving throws. 9 fire damage.
Not
Oh,
fire damage. Alright, that's not too bad.
All right.
You lost fair and square. You lost fair and
All
square.
right. It is Romelius' turn.
Alright, so Remilis can summon the Echo into flanking with this guy then.
All right.
And
I wanted to do a 1v1.
Remilis is going to attack and then attack. Basically, he's gonna do attack, action search, and this an attacking thing. What is it? The
Then again,
Echo Coordination to get 6 attacks. All
Alright.
advantage. Just go.
All right.
Alright, I'm just gonna start rolling. Oops.
I'm not dying. I have a family. Thank you. Just found out that's a lie.
2,
Are you Maine or New York?
3, 4, 5,
What?
Holy shit.
6.
You're
Oh, fuck.
Confederate.
What the? Whoa! Hold on now. Calm down, Romilius. Calm down. All right. It's
Yo,
just a game.
Romelius getting sweaty over here, bro.
It's just a game. It's just a game.
I'm very upset. Avray, eat a dick, man.
This, what did you tell these earlier? I needed these earlier. Alright, so tell me which one of these hit, because it's like 16, 20, 16, 20, 18, 20.
You didn't add your modifier to any of them.
Oh, I didn't add my modifier to any of them, so that's plus 8.
That hit. All of them hits.
Yeah, so let's see how many times I do. Let's see if I do that'll be a 1d10
This man.
with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. With 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Damn.
That'd be 90, 10 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times. What's 6 times?
One,
What's
two,
six?
3, 4.
6 times. 6 times 6.
That is
36.
36. Jesus.
75 damage.
You watch as like he gets blood. He spray of fire
Okay. DM.
shoots out of him. As you are also gonna take 3d6 fire damage for each time you hit him.
Oh god.
And
Oh god.
that includes
Okay. If we continue like after.
Anon as well, since he's also 5 feet. You just watch.
I knew he was gonna say that. God.
You watch just he starts bleeding and he like wipes his body with his blood. Perfect. And he like spreads it all across. That is 6 hits, right?
Yeah, 6
Fuck
hits.
Yeah. So
6 times. That's gonna be 18d6. 18d6. Oh no.
What have you done?
it's like you're like, ha!
Oh no.
Take that, you son of a bitch! And it's just like blood trickling from him. Perfect. 56 fire damage.
Oh, we're
I'm
still up
down.
actually.
I'm done.
56. How's that hit? Ramirez is low health, but he's still up.
Also, your echo is gone.
Yeah, my echo's gone, yeah.
All right, and on.
Nah, just.
Unless
all
Romilius
that
has
straight
something to do.
thing over with so
Oh,
we can get out of here.
Ramirez's
Well,
echo's
for you.
gone, so I guess it's his turn now.
All right, Anon.
Yeah,
I'm down.
They're gonna bring my
Cool.
bike.
Balded.
This-
Goes for Romilius again.
So they're gonna bring my bike with me. So just hang out.
Did you change your HP using a D8?
No.
Okay.
Don't tempt me.
He has to roll for it. Does he roll for HP, or does he
Cash
add
me.
two, or just
You know
just
why I
add
put
two
you over?
to his
Because I'll
HP?
let you.
I'll say,
For every level.
yeah. Just do that.
Do what?
Add,
Add 2 HP per level.
which is 20. Just add 20 to your HP.
Cool.
So,
Are you still up?
unless the yeah, if you're still up after 56 fire damage, you should be fine.
20. So it's okay. Wait, no. 2 HP per level would only bring me to. Oh wait, no. Yeah, I'm level 10. So yeah, I'm still up then.
Okay. Anon, it's your turn.
Alright. Going on an airplane. Roll over the beach.
9 plus 56 is 64.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
65. So I'm recalculating my health with that change. So we took 9 damage the first time and then 56 just now, right?
Where did you take the? Oh yeah, yeah.
All right, so 65 total. So I got 10 HP.
All right.
All right, I'm level 2. Or I have 2 sorcery points now, or synth.
Synthesis points. Yeah.
Who? Gara! Yes! Gara!
Yeah, no, that's not gonna be worth anything.
You said racist Sandman?
I guess I will. Oh, I guess I'll do hold person.
All right.
Did you hear racist Sandman?
So you gotta succeed a wisdom save.
All right. $15.
And that is against my.
Your charisma one.
Oh, then nope, that fails.
Okay.
That's a quote. That's a quote.
How do you
Someone
bind
quoted-
him?
How do I bind him?
Yeah.
Damn. Freaking.
Is there a special way, or is he just stunned?
No.
You get to flavor it however you want to. Remember, you have a chain too.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna, with the frustration building up from the last round and with all the changes that just happened, the same way he's kind of spewing fire everywhere, I'm just gonna start slowly going chill, and as I focus on him, it's just gonna be just an aura of cold around him that's gonna grip him in place.
All right. Roll an Arcana check to see if you get something else.
Same.
Okay. Not
And-
this. Not this time. All right. Anything else?
I'm gonna go ahead and try my thing again.
All right.
Alright, seriously. Chupa mi verga. Okay?
All right. It is.
No.
It is his turn. Fire damage all around. 9 fire damage. Anon, make a Constitution saving throw to concentrate on old person.
Ah, dang! I forgot about. Dang, I forgot about that. I've got to yell at Nan to move back, but whatever, son.
Please, Avery, don't fuck me right now. All I had to do was ask nicely, I guess.
Yeah, just add the F word in there. You don't take any of the fire damage.
Nice.
So
Wait, what were you rolling? Oh, wait, no, you still took the fire damage. It's just that you didn't lose concentration. However, I will give you this. Make another Arcana check.
Aha. Fuck you, Ray.
Alright, Avery.
wait.
What's
Was that attack? Or was that an attack earlier? By
No.
the way, Nan. Well, I mean when he rolled the 8.
That was too. What was that for?
After you or the 10 was it? I don't know. After
The
you did whole
10
person.
was for. Oh, trying to do. And it was an attempt at my magic steal thing.
Oh, so that wasn't an attack. Okay, never mind then.
Yeah. And then the 8 was for Arcana.
No, the 10 was for Arcana. The 8 was for the Magic Steel.
I mean,
Gotcha.
Okay. All right, so you have 2 effects that you can go off of this. You can either nullify his fire damage for the ice, since the ice is on him, or for this turn, he has disadvantage on his saving throw.
Romelius, do you have any attacks that would do a saving throw or force him to?
I I got one. Romulus has one attack that forces him to do a saving throw,
Well,
but
That's
such a
still
low saving
just a
throw though.
decreased chance, though.
you also have to consider that he has to make a saving throw at the end of his turn.
Yeah. So
All right.
so yeah.
Which one of these would be better for me, or for us?
Probably saving throw at the end of the turn. Honestly.
I'm at 1 HP right now,
Oh.
so I'm gonna say nullify his magic. Hopefully, it'll stop him from hurting me more.
Alright, nullify, so he rolls normally for the wisdom throw at the end of his turn. 11. Alright, he's still paralyzed. Romelius, it's your turn.
Risk can summon the Echo again on the other side to get the flanking and attack, and attacks are advantage already anyway, so I didn't really need to do that, but Romulus would do that anyway. But
Oh, can I move away as well?
I mean, not at this moment, but yeah, later.
here you go.
Oh, Sweaty Romelius is
25
coming
magic.
back.
And both of those are auto crits because he's paralyzed.
Let's go, boys.
You got some dick. Damn, I can have no dick. I need to fucking get money on this.
Plus 12. Okay.
Oh, dear lord. This is a horrifying combination.
Yeah, and also second wind as bonus action.
45 damage, and the fire is nullified as well.
16 health back. Okay.
Alright.
No advance. No advance.
Anon, it's your turn.
My. He's gonna take his opportunity. He's like,
Alright, what can I do this man? Wait, no, I'm on a concentration spell, right?
Yeah.
The problem is though,
So I can't do any other spells without ending this one.
No, you can't do any other concentration spells without ending that one.
Oh, didn't realize that's how that worked. Well, then
Yeah.
in that case.
It's like, oh, I see.
It was at this moment he knew.
Yeah, it becomes
Absolutely nothing because he'll be fine.
I don't think we, as much as for much damage we did, I don't think we even made a dent on this guy so far.
The DM behind me is making all fights.
It is interesting that because he does bleed. He automatically fails the saving throw.
What? No.
So roll your damage.
Make sure this is. Oh, yeah, it's third level.
You just watch as Anon just consistently increases the spell's level as each turn.
Yo, like, I gotta do something, man. I gotta put some damage on this guy. Let me see. Yeah, no.
Watch as I grow stronger each turn.
Why am I?
24 lightning damage.
To help you out.
Oh, that's
You
so,
can literally
oh,
tap
that's so
out.
sad because so many wants
Like, no
it.
attention on me.
I know, right?
Get it, you magical bitch.
Avarice is still screwing you over.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Anything
I'm
else,
getting
Anon?
Completely shafted, just pegged right now. If I
If you what?
I need to take 5. Hold on.
if I spell drain him again, does that go against my concentrate? No, that's a bonus action. It's not really a spell, right?
Well, no. And even if it was a spell, it still wouldn't go against your concentration.
Cool. Then yeah, there's no point in not doing that again. So I'm gonna do that again, or try
And you
to.
and you have advantage. Ah, crit. All right. I'll give you one more synthesis point to gain from that. So you'll gain 3, and he has to make a con save, I believe, because his maximum hit points is decreased, right?
Cool.
Like,
Okay.
basically. Alright. So, they leaving. Now, let's do this.
15.
15, and that goes against my charisma, right?
Your wisdom.
Wisdom. No, that'll pass. Actually, I think.
Shit, I'm out.
All right. You still get the 3 synthesis points all the same.
Oh wait, no, it matched.
Oh, it matches?
Yeah.
I think that's still fail. No, that succeeds.
Ah,
Yeah, yeah. This beats it.
For spells, yeah.
gotcha. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Okay.
And I'm also gonna step away from him.
Wise choice. All right. It's his turn now. And no effect from his aura. End the turn. Wisdom save. Jesus Christ. 11. All right, Romilius, it's your turn.
It's still paralyzed.
Yeah.
Let's
Oh.
fucking go.
There's just this this ice just keeps encroaching on him. Have I've not been using the right.
13.
Oh, no,
First.
sorry. 13 misses for once.
And 18.
Keep going. That hits.
Oh, that hits. Okay.
Alright.
Misses.
I don't get 2 attacks because I can't because I don't have any special stuff anymore.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, I'm reminiscence out of juice.
One burst. And that was it.
Yeah, reminiscence is only on steady damage now.
Hey, at least
I
that
mean, he
one
did,
did.
like, yeah, like 75 damage in that one burst. I think that was worth it.
It was worth it.
I shall
45
keep. This experiment was good for me.
and then 45 damage afterwards. So that's
Who's
like
the-
that's 120 damage over 2 rounds.
I shall keep that in mind. Speaking of, roll damage.
Oh boy.
Oh wait,
Already,
no, it
that's
was.
what you did, yeah.
No, that's
You
okay.
did 10, wasn't it? Yeah.
Dang, that's actually underwhelming. Not gonna
Yeah.
lie.
What do you say? Keep.
Yeah.
I'm
That's
actually
almost,
I'm a little upset by that.
yeah, that's close to minimum. That's close to minimum. Yeah.
All right,
So-
Anon, it's your turn.
How you feeling, Brightburn?
He's just
Right
breathes.
for the movie.
Brightburn the what?
The movie.
Oh no. Yeah, the movie. Charles Superman is murdered.
No. I know what you're talking about. I'm talking about. I was in character talking.
Anyway, your turn. You should be at 7 synthesis points.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah,
it's
we got another
failed.
one. Starting. Nice. Wait. Oh no! What happened to my 5th level spell? Where did it go? All right. Well, we're gonna hang on.
Just look it up. I guess you can look it up if you want to. If you're supposed to have it.
Oh,
yeah, you definitely talked about this before.
That's a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, go ahead and go for that.
$20
That'll pass.
with half damage. And you watch as the area around you begin to slightly begin to decay where the spell is. Speaking of which, that is not an area of effect spell. Interesting. I keep forgetting that. Whew.
Now that makes up for. That's like all closer to max damage.
24. All right. It's his turn again. In turn.
So unfair for him. Let's beat him up. At this
All right,
point.
20. He
What?
he finally breaks out of the ice with a 20.
Shit.
Oh
Mistakes for me.
god. He like begins to like crack his neck. Okay.
Not so bad for a bunch of mortals, hey?
It was not. You are not mortals anymore. He watches he like clenches his fists together. All right, Remilius, it's your turn.
All right. Well, luckily he's sort of flanking with this little with this echo, which is just gonna hurt.
No.
It's gonna hurt
no.
a lot. It's gonna hurt
That's
a
all
bit
I'm saying.
because of the
No.
aerial effect, but let's go. 22.
Just put
So what are you hitting with?
Melee attack, sadly.
No, I mean like which character? The Echo or you?
Echo.
Good choice. Because that will hit. And you two will take 12 fire damage. That second attack does hit. You take another 13 damage, so that's 25 in total.
after that.
25
So you would actually you wouldn't have gotten an advantage with that second attack since the Echo would have disappeared.
Oh, the echo would disappear, yeah. So that
So-
would be 6.
So yeah, it's just 12. It's just 12 fire damage, and that second attack doesn't happen. Or at least that second attack won't hit because the first number is a 6.
The main event.
Alright. Oh, so low.
Oh no!
Fallen.
You just watch him like take that. Watch him take that one. It's like, not so hot are you this time around?
Firing it out.
Reverse is panning. This is to get. So, wait, was this full 12 damage or how much damage was it since only one of those hit?
7.
7 damage. Okay, 7 damage. Reverse is panning.
Because
he's run out of juice.
You should not have done
All right,
that.
oh no, it's your turn.
You should not have done that.
Do mice pant? Mices? Me?
I don't know.
Bro, Tess,
Hello.
40
Hi.
damage.
you've been here how long?
Oh, she's been here for a while.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
has.
Oh,
Hi.
it's just 1 against 1.
I'm gonna kick your. Anyways,
What?
let's see. Romulus.
Okay.
Cool. That was a fuck mine. Yep. Fuck it. You know, I'm gonna go like full on.
You just ready up, boys. Wakanda forever. Do you have a diamond worth 100 gold?
Wait, what?
No, usually hold back.
Nope, I don't think I have any more diamonds.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
That is unfortunate.
Could have
Because that
fooled me.
is a cost. Yep. Dang.
Could
Wait, I
have
can't
fooled
use
me.
the thing for that.
Are you guys
Are-
turned into stone?
Could have
You're
full-
gonna turn to stone.
No, this is a protection spell. It's
Like,
not
I usually
really
hold back.
stun.
Could have fooled me.
I mean, the only reason, like, you probably could, it's just the spell consumes it.
Can I use 100 gold to convert it into
These guys
a
see
diamond?
today,
No.
depending on what they do.
Dang.
Did
Alright.
You had to go and buy a diamond at this point.
I don't.
I've had
Yep.
like 4 rounds go past my head.
So we're gonna pass on that. So we're gonna try to hold him again.
Alright.
Got this.
So that's a wisdom save on his part.
Yeah.
13.
Fails.
God!
Not quite done with you yet.
Ah!
I
Alright.
don't want to get close to him again, so I'm gonna just step back and end my turn.
Furthermore. Okay, cool. Start your turn. Romelius takes 11 fire damage.
Oh god, more damage.
And end of his turn. 25. Ah! Enough of this. And he like takes his fist, bonus action attack.
What?
Oh wait, no, that's the end of his turn. My bad.
7,
I was
30
so
minus 7.
scared.
19.
Romelius, it's your turn.
Reminisce is really on his last legs. This is it's Echo's down too, isn't it? Yeah, it's Echo's
It
down.
would have been.
Yeah.
You
So
can't
what Reminisce is
resummon
gonna
it.
do- Yeah, but yeah, it's resummon it, but it's a bonus action.
Head in the fuck.
Um,
I'm going home.
and Reminisce only has one bonus action anyway, so Reminisce gonna do is he's gonna he's gonna
You should back off and send your echo.
yeah, that's what Reminisce is gonna have to do. Reminisce is going to
Yeah.
have to. He's gonna summon his
It's-
Echo like 15 feet behind himself, and teleport swap locations with him. And
What
then huh?
So what?
No, it's just that Boulder's like, what?
Or actually no, Reminisce. Well, no, not 50 feet. Sorry, Reminisce is gonna summon it at 15 feet. Move it back 30 feet, so that's 45 feet, and then swap pick. No,
Okay.
45 feet. Yeah, because it's gonna end in what was it again? 30.
No, use
could
him
move
to
it back 15
attack.
Oh no, don't worry. Reminisce has a plan here. Reminisce swaps locations with it. Swaps locations with them.
Social distance.
Oh wait, no, he can't. Never mind, he can't because he can't swap locations with them because his bonus action summon. Crap. Ah,
It's a bonus action to swap.
Yeah, bonus action swap. Yeah.
Darn.
Wait, yeah, that would been such a good play.
Boulder kind of fucks your.
Summon him right there. Back off and do the same attack.
Yeah, bonus action to swap. I wish you could use an action to get a bonus action.
Nah.
No.
Yeah,
How do you say that like you know how to play the game?
I know. I said I wish you could.
No, I was talking to Tessa. She was like,
Oh,
Yeah.
no, you can't use an action to use a bonus action. I'm like, why are you talking like you know how to play the game?
I learned from like maybe somebody who does, I guess.
Like you're right. It's just how you said it. That just sounded so condescending. I'm like, you don't have room.
Excuse
You
you.
can't disengage your bonus action too,
Miss,
can't
forget
you?
to-
Okay, alright, I'm sorry.
Proficiency
I
level.
blame the person who taught me how to play D&D, okay?
You can't disengage your bonus action, can you?
Unless you're a rogue or a monk
Crap.
or a ranger, I think.
A fighter.
No, fighters
Well,
can't do that.
Reminisce is gonna
See,
do
that's what I'm
this.
talking about. You don't know.
Summon the Echo.
Okay.
On the other side and attack twice, or because first second advantage at least because of the Echo.
Yeah.
21, does that hit?
Yep.
All right, and then
Echo's
that's gonna,
gone.
That's Echo's gone.
No advantage this
19.
time.
Oh,
That'll
19.
hit.
Oh, that's, all right. And I'm a Reminisce to be out now.
Go out swinging.
Okay, so real quick, right?
Reaper?
Let's see how much damage. Let's see how much damage you take from the first attack. 15 fire damage on the first attack.
Pride, yes.
Huh?
15 damage on the first attack you take. Are you still up?
Reminisce is allowed
Okay.
4 HP left.
All right, so that's 24 damage in total. Then second attack deals you 12 damage.
Yeah, Reminisce is down. Reminisce gets one more stab at him, and before before slipping, before falling forward and passing, and I guess passing out.
Yeah, he falls to his knees as well, and he looks like he's about to fall
No.
over on top of you
No. Alright.
until there's just this ripple effect as he reverses his fall, and then he is healed back to a state where he was completely healed, and he just stands there. He just stands there, cracking his neck. Ah, man, you guys are pretty good at that. He's back at full health.
How long have you guys been working on
Anon, it's your turn.
Try.
Was that Revivify? Was that some kind of what healing? What was that? What spell was that?
I think that wasn't a spell.
We've been at this for God.
Almost
Anon,
an
it's
hour
your
now.
turn.
This is Reaper. He can handle 5 blows.
All right, just go. Just go.
I'm gonna. I mean, I'm gonna
Here's-
cast Dominate Person.
Damn.
Super air.
That's a deep one, dude.
Actually, dominate person
Oh,
probably
yeah.
would
Is a Wisdom save.
Okay.
I can handle them both. Reaper can handle them both.
18.
Oh, that'll pass.
5 and
God
9.
damn it.
go goodbye.
He's just
man.
turning around. It's just like
Yeah.
he just has this big smile on his
Basically
face.
Meliodas with gender
No more
bend.
illusions this time.
It's basically Meliodas with gender bend. No, you can't. That's specific
No,
too.
I can
I can fucking handle it.
thing,
You can handle
but
this.
I'm gonna go down either way, so I'm not even gonna bother. I was like, I'm just gonna look at him and be like, I suppose not.
How about no? How about you let me fucking figure out during the fight, okay?
Time to end this.
He like
And he's just
what?
You can literally flick him. You can literally just flick him, and then he'll fall over.
I
At this
can handle
point.
like okay, I can handle 5 and below. Like,
Literally.
no, these two, I can handle it. So I've been told.
yeah, no, he's just gonna wait. That's the end of my turn.
All right. You watch as he bends his knees, leaning toward in the direction towards you. He takes his two hands and claps them together as if he's holding a sword in his hilt, even though there's nothing there. Takes a deep breath, lunges towards you. First attack,
Is
22.
Hit. I'm down.
There's just a light that shines from when he like removes his hands. You don't see any weapon come out of it as you get hit by it. Let's see, just hypothetically speaking, how much damage you take. Do I actually have numbers for this? No, I don't. Cool.
He was
Don't
supposed to
take
be
me out with
dramatic.
some broken ass, non-existent thing that doesn't you don't even have numbers for.
Right.
You
he's
just
being
don't.
dramatic.
No, you don't see what weapon he draws.
He's
I'm
dramatic
assuming
and
radiant
wants to pull out this
damage.
huge weapon and do all the damage. Just end it on like
Oh my god.
Oh,
20
no,
that's
he's just
52.
Okay, so hypothetically, most of that was radiant damage, but you took a total of 25 damage.
That's
yeah.
like that's 50 damage in just one turn.
Actually, am I dead?
Uh,
I
shouldn't be.
don't think that's.
all of
Yeah, I
that
think-
What's your max XP?
area upon seeing that
75.
road.
Divided by 2, 4, 3. No, yeah, 3,
Cool.
7.
30.
No.
Yeah, 30.
No, you're not dead.
Cool. And I had 1 HP when he took me down, so
Yeah.
he wouldn't.
All right. I'll talk to you guys later.